propaganda?
Oh, I was reading this like, this is cool as fuck. You're telling me the culture with the Mayans, I'm all with it. And then I start reading this stuff and I go, I've heard this before. And then I go, oh, okay. So that's how the whole thing kind of came about. And it's also, the thing I was looking at too is like you get the Celts and you get the Mayans, and you can start going into it like a collective unconscious kind of thing, like how there were dragons in every single major, like in the folklore. So whatever. But so this lady's like, you got to read this book and you'll get the answers to this. It's very, so exactly. So I'm reading like 10 pages of it. And I'm like, this.
You went like this. Got it.
That's pretty much what happened.
10 pages.
I read 10 pages
Done.
and I was like, this sounds like the stuff like I heard about like Nazi propaganda. So then I start researching the link between this hypothesis this lady had and Nazi propaganda. And then I got into an even stranger realm, which was I started reading an article about Germans and Iranians and how sometimes at soccer games they toss up fat Nazi salutes at each other. So I started going, what the heck?
Yeah.
Why is that? And then it took me to the whole thing about Prince of Persia. This is where my whole research started. So I started that book. I go, this seems kind of fucking weird. Started looking up like how the Aryan like myths are related to Nazi propaganda. And then it took me to an article by PBS saying how when the Prince of Persia came out, everyone spazzed because Jake Gyllenhaal starred in it. Everyone was like, this is fucking bullshit. Like that should be a person of color playing that. And everyone was like, yeah, it's like ancient Persia.
Hated Alexander the Great.
Yeah, they're like ancient Persia, like that. Clearly that guy's brown. And then the Reza Aslan, he's an Iranian intellectual guy. So he came out and everyone was like raising hell about this. And even him, he's like a liberal intellectual from Iran. He was like, nah, dude. He was like, back then we all looked like Jake Gyllenhaal. Yeah. We was white kings.
You know what they used to say about Alexander?
What?
He had hair like a lion's mane.
Really?
He had blonde hair.
Yeah. Where was he from?
Persia.
So
Greece, Macedonia.
Well, that's where this whole thing starts. So, but the funny part was a lot of people came out and were like, there's clearly, that should have been like an Indian guy or something. And like the Iranians were like, nah, we were white back then.
Yeah.
So I start going, what the heck?
What the fuck?
What the heck, dude?
This ain't no damn Iranian.
So basically, this is going to explain the Aryan myth and how it's played a role in World War II politics in ways that are pretty mind-boggling when you get to the backstory of where we're going to explore right now, the backstory based on this lady's book. This is what I absorbed. So we know that Prince of Persia came out. Fucking white-ass Gyllenhaal comes out, and all the fucking white libs are like, what the hell? Nah. And Persians are like, nah, dude, we were white. And everyone goes, all right, well, this is confusing. Like, what the fuck?
Well, have you seen Iranians now?
They're pretty fair skinned.
A lot of them are, yeah.
Mm-hmm. They're pretty fair skinned, but they were basically saying, like, dude, we were even whiter before that. So here's where.
Saying we was kangs.
We was white kangs. This is ancient. No, I'm telling you, this is fucking. What, are you looking at him?
No, I'm just listening, thinking of we was white kangs.
This is that, though. This is black Israelites.
Just Italians.
This is black Israelites.
Which is what they look like.
Yeah,
now.
That's what happened. This was black Israelites for white dudes in Nazi Germany. This is what happens. If you fucking let those dudes who are like screaming like black Israelites,
yes,
they'll fuck shit up.
If they somehow got
if we have a black
an
Israelite
army.
president, dude, it's over,
yeah.
dude. We're in for a tough time. So here's where the book starts. So the lady starts with Noah's flood. So Noah comes off the ark. It's all backed
mythical
up. It's all backed up
event.
scientifically, dude. Don't even worry about it.
Okay.
So a large flood happens, and Noah gets off the ark and docks in the Caucasus Mountains. Makes sense. He has 3 sons: Sem, who is said to have fathered all the Semites, Arabs and Jews; Ham, who is said to be the father of. Oh, no, sorry. Sem is the father of all the Semites. I think just the Jewish guys. Ham is the father of Arabs, and Japheth is the father of the Bulgarians and Macedonians, who then apparently gave rise to basically the white bros like the Celts, the Briggs, the Greeks, and so on. So they like don't even talk about Sam and they don't talk about that. They just talk about this group of people who were the Bulgarians and Macedonians who were living around like the Balkan Peninsula along the Black Sea. So these were like the Thracians, kind of. So there's already tribes there, and then Noah's son goes and just happens to mix it up with all of them. Which is important because it kind of comes into play later with like how they translate it. Because all this is based off of a Zoroastrian, like the Zoroastrian Bible that's written in a dead language.
Yeah.
And it's like, so people have kind of like.
I guess you don't need the Moses story though.
The Noah story? Well,
Noah, yeah. You don't need that. You can just say a guy traveled there.
Exactly.
And started
But this is because
Mixing.
it's coming with this because of this is how this kind of started to bleed into kind of Europe culture of like,
Okay.
yeah, I think that was Noah actually. That's how like that was like a foot in the door. And also too, a lot of this stuff is based on, I think Herodotus, the Greek historian, and he was the guy being Herodotus. He was the guy being like, so Noah, blah blah blah. So that's where a lot of this stuff came from. So maybe Noah was real. I don't know, but that's kind of where this stuff comes from and why it's like based on Noah. So there's a bunch of people. It's like there's Jewish guys, Arabs, Slavs, Celts, Briggs, Hellenic tribes, Bulgarians, Huns, and on and on and on. And this lady is basically claiming she's going. The people who originally lived there before Noah's kids came were the Thracian Aryans, which, get ready for this, they worship the god Ares, which is the god of war. Therefore, bam, dude. Come on, dude.
Nice.
Dude, I mean, you have no way. You can't argue that.
What?
It's like page 3. She was like, and the god of war is Ares, who they worship. Therefore, they're Aryans is proof. Next page.
Oh.
So that's what she's read. So, and again, this is just the backstory.
She's fibbing.
This is the backstory. Again, I'm giving you
a book of fibs.
I'm giving you the backstory. And the whole reason I'm giving you this so we can get to the Avesta scriptures. So the way she's so what happens is you're like, people think there were Aryans. It's like if you ask like, some white dudes, they're like, well, we were fucking Aryans, blonde hair, blue eyes. If you ask Indian dudes, they're like, no. We're Aryans. Aryans originated from this area. That's all bullshit. And all of the confusion comes around the Avesta scriptures of the Aryans, which was written in the Avesta language, I think maybe 5,000, 4,000 years ago. So it's a dead language, and like there was dudes from Iran who were practicing Zoroastrians who translated it in like old Iranian or old Persian language. So does that make sense?
Yes.
It's confusing. So like basically they're saying that there was all of these people living, this lady's saying that they're all living in the Balkan Peninsula, and like specifically the ones who were descendants of, I mean, that doesn't even matter, but like the people there who, like the Celts and the Briggs, she's like, they were Aryans. And she's saying that the Avesta scriptures back it up. So this is why she thinks it does. So according to when they translate it, and we'll get into the guy who translated the Zend Avesta, the Zend Avesta is the translated Avestan scriptures. So here's the story this lady has from the Avesta scriptures. This is why she thinks this. She said the Aryans started out on an island in the Pacific Ocean, and the west side, and like a Polynesian island. So the west side of the island started to sink, and so they settled in Siberia and named it Area. So at this time, Siberia was a blooming paradise with 7 months of summer and 5 months of winter. But then it got cold all of a sudden, which according to Dr. Cumin was because 12,000 years ago, the poles flipped at 60 degrees, leaving Siberia a frozen tundra with 10 months of winter and 2 months of summer. So this is the big ice age.
Yeah.
So in the Avesta scriptures, it reports that the quote unquote Aryan people who came from the Polynesian islands walked through a blizzard for, I mean, it could have been generations, dude. They walked through a blizzard, and that's where this was the first version of the story where they're like, they walked through a blizzard for generations and probably became white and then settled in the Balkan Peninsula. So this is why this scripture kind of points to the fact that like people use this to be like, again, this could just be Indian dudes too, because Indian guys like, yeah, we started in Polynesia, then we fucking came down here. So then they have them settling around like Iran and then spreading out into that Balkan.
But Polynesia is not one of the cradles of civilization. So
here's the problem. Again, this is what all of this stuff's based off of. They switched that though. Later on, the Germans were like, we didn't come from fucking Polynesia. Fuck that shit.
Yeah.
So then also within the, whatchamacallit. So in the Avesta scriptures, which is just like the Bible for Zoroastrians, they also had a one God. So they were a monotheistic religion. So they believed, and their God was named Ahura Mazda. Pretty sick.
Yes.
So at this point,
sounds like a picture.
It's Ahura Mazda. Yeah. And they all believe that there was like, they were made of like, there was a good light spirit. So there's Ahura Mazda. There was a good light spirit, Spenta Manu, and who was there to battle Angra Mainyu, which was like the negative dark spirit of like matter. And they thought we were like we were made of like physical evil matter and like a holy light body.
The Aryans believed all this.
Yeah, and it's okay. It sounds a little similar to Christianity, whatever. But the problem is, and it's like this book exists and it does talk about this stuff, but for some reason the argument is like Indian dudes are like, no, we're Aryans, and you had the Germans in World War II being like, no, we're Aryans, and that's where it all kind of came from. But he also, when Hitler came around, he took that, you're saying like that Polynesian thing.
Yeah.
He was like, he came up with the northern hypothesis. He was like, we didn't come from there. We originated in like Scandinavia. And then migrated and founded all of these. We founded like India. We founded, that was like the modern story he went to. So we covered the Jake Gyllenhaal thing, covered the Reza Aslan. So the way this lady got her hands on this book and like discovered all of this stuff is there was a French guy who actually coined the term Aryan, because it was like, it was like Ariana, blah, blah, blah. He made the term Aryan. He was a Frenchman in 1750. He was a French Orientalist. There's just guys who used to like study like China.
The Orient.
Yeah, the Orient back then. So his name was Abraham Hyacinth Anquetil Duperron.
Abraham, huh?
Abraham, dude.
Founded the Aryans? Talk about your all-time backfires.
Yeah, dude. So he was like, he wasn't even about that. He just was like, the problem in 1750, the French and the Brits are colonizing the East. So they're battling, dude. So like, and for that reason, like, it's kind of hot to study Eastern religions. So Britain was killing it because they're like, they're coming home. They're like, I think they brought home like 300 or 200 like Sanskrit and Avestan manuscripts, but they couldn't translate them. They had no idea what they said. They were just like, check this shit out, dude.
Yeah.
We know the most about the Middle East. And the French were like, fuck you, dude. So then this guy, he was studying, ancient languages at a French college, and his professor's like, check this shit out. He's like, what is it? And he was like, this is a copy of the Avesta manuscripts, the ancient Zoroastrian manuscripts, but they don't know what it means. And the guy, Abraham, is like, fuck that, I'm going over there. He's like, I'm going to translate all those things and bring them back to France and, restore France to glory. So he's like, fuck, I'm going to join the military, because that was his only way over there. And then on the way over there, he like got sick and like passed out and puked. He's just a nerd.
Yes.
So he got sick on the boat, passed out and puked. And the guy in charge was like, what the fuck are you doing? He was like, I'm here to study ancient manuscripts and bring glory to France. And they're like, all right, dude, we'll discharge you from the military. We'll give you a little stipend. And then you can go and like learn all of these ancient secrets, and we'll get you back to France. Like, we don't want you fighting. He was like, sick. All right, I'll do that then.
Yeah.
So 6 months later, Abraham's in India eating only rice and veggies. And he's trying to find a Brahmin or a guru to kind of like show him the secrets of the Orient. And then he walks really far and he gets super sick again and just kind of like lays somewhere sick for a while and then recoups. And then he walks back to Pondicherry, where he finds his brother who holds position in this like little area. And he's like, dude, I can hook you up with Zoroastrian priests. But it turns out that the local Zoroastrians at this time were just trying to secure foreign alliances, since they themselves were at war with another sect of Zoroastrians over an intercalation dispute, which is an argument about what month it is. So the Zoroastrians were like, one sect was like, it's fucking May. And they're like, dude, it's fucking June.
It's June.
And they were,
don't bring it up again.
They're like, it's fucking May.
We're coming with swords.
So they started fighting each other.
Yeah.
And then, Abraham Duperron is just kind of like, yo, what's up with your guys' secrets? And they're like, we could probably use French allies.
Yeah,
so they're like,
hey, us, the guys fighting about what month it is. Yeah, we have ancient secrets.
I know. And that's what that lady's hypothesis I just laid out is based off this guy's translations of the Avesta. It's called the Zend-Avesta. The Avesta is the scriptures. The Zend-Avesta is the translation. So they're just kind of leading him on, be like, yeah, we got you, bro. Like, yo, what's up with your brother? And, they're kind of like, how many guys you got? And, so Abraham is like, they're leading him on. He thinks he's getting secrets, and eventually he figures out. And they were battling the British the whole time they were there. So he's like,
In India?
In that whole area. They had like, I think it's the Carnatic Wars or something. It was like in the East. I think India was kind of like worried the French were impinging on their India stuff and blah, blah, blah.
Yeah, I guess India or France might have been in Vietnam back then.
Really?
I don't know. I know they were. I mean, I don't know how long they were in Vietnam. Obviously,
This
England
was
controlled
17,
India.
Yeah, this was like 1750.
The Dutch controlled Sri Lanka. The
Did
Dutch
they?
were motherfuckers.
Yeah, they're bad.
Yeah.
They're bad boys. So I think the French
The
are
Dutch,
over there.
Holland is just a bank.
Yeah, wasn't Switzerland too? Isn't that why it's always neutral?
Yeah, kind of. But Holland was like historically like
Let me see if I can.
just
pull up
Stunned on people.
because there was I got my sources, bro.
No, it's all right. I don't think it matters. You don't have to get it.
All right, because there was a third Coronatic Wars, and
The French and
they were
English
mixing it up
everywhere
somewhere
for sure. They were fighting here.
Yeah, were they here?
Yeah.
So I think
French and Indian Wars.
they had some beefs over there, but you'll see
everywhere.
Yeah, they were beefing over in that area because they were more. I guess they were more around like
colonial wars everywhere.
they were in like modern day Iran.
Oh, okay.
And then kind of like there was like Pondicherry as an area of France or in India. So I think they had a little bit of holdings in India, but I don't know. But so they're in the intercalation dispute, and then Abe starts getting hip to the fact. He's like, these guys aren't giving me shit, dude. So he's like, fuck this. So he started getting super paranoid. So he leaves this city. He also started pulling a gun on people a lot.
Nice.
Like he would get on a ferry, and the ferry would like be like run like just like held up, and he'd go to the pilot, the captain, and be like, "What the fuck, dude?"
Yeah.
Started pulling a gun on, and anytime he got he's like, "This is like started to set him off." So he started just pulling guns on people.
Yeah. It was 1750, and he was in India.
Yeah, he was just getting nervous.
He's going to start putting guns on people.
He was getting nervous.
They don't have them right now.
So he gets out of that area, goes somewhere else. He makes it to Bengal, and he's invited to the home of a Zoroastrian nobleman, a dude by the name of Koda, who promised to let him in on all the ancient secrets he could handle. But and he was giving him some translations, like, yeah, check this out, and he was giving Abraham, like, at the very beginning of the Bible, they'll be like, and this guy's the son of this guy, and blah, blah. He was giving him bullshit. And Abraham was like, what the fuck, dude? So, and at the same time, the same thing, the dude Koda was selling a ton of his Zoroastrian noblemen out to the Brits at the same time. So he was engaged in like some very dangerous business. It's like the block is hot as fuck, dude. You still have the calendar fight going on. But then one night, Abe's studying with Koda. He's just kind of like, he's reading the text. He's like kind of feeling weird. And all of a sudden, he starts feeling like he's getting weird sexual vibes from Koda while going over these texts. And this is an excerpt from Abe's autobiography. I thought he was being a gracious host, but then the nobleman's eyes soon informed me about his real intentions. Moving his hand toward me, he tried to make them, his real intentions, explicit.
Put a hit on him.
No, he tried to fuck him, dude. Yeah, he tried to fuck him.
Put a hit on me. He's queered in the blazes.
Exactly. So then Abe pulled his thing out, obviously ripped the gun out on Koda, and was like,
"What are you, some type of fucking queer?"
He's like, "You trying to fuck me, dude?" And then he fled the temple. And then Abe also, he claims that it was after this event that he fully realized the extent of the danger he had thrown himself into. And this is, again, quoting Abraham, the guy who wrote the Zend-Avesta, quote, "I was alone in a multitude of Moors who at the first sign from Koda could have done as they pleased with me." So he thought he was going to get squatted up.
Damn.
So he had to pull his gun out.
That he was going to get blacked.
Yeah, exactly.
Raw.
Exactly.
Yes.
He was lost in the hood.
There's a gang of Moors about to split open a French.
He was like, this guy's trying to fuck me, and at any
almost
minute.
watched a porn in Blacked with a French girl getting split by two Moors last night.
Really?
Yeah.
Dude, well, this guy was living it. He was like, I just want the fucking
It wasn't going to go well.
He's like,
I saw what
these
happened
guys
to
are trying
that
to
poor
fuck.
French girl.
He thought he was going to throw him to the squad. He's like, how did I not see this coming? They obviously want to fuck me, dude.
Sick that he called them Moors.
Yeah, that was I think that was just casual back then.
Yeah.
Right? Is that not like geographically accurate?
No, it's not.
Yeah.
The Moors were like, I mean, they were Arabic, so that would have kind of made sense.
Yeah.
They're like black Arabs.
Yeah, so I think it was like
he just saw Indian dudes and were like, dude, fucking Moors.
They're probably dark, yeah.
Yeah.
That's what he said. He was like, dude, they could have
done.
done.
No, it's Moors. He's like,
and
this Moors
is their nobleman. If their nobleman's trying to fuck you, all he has to do is give all of his boys the green light, and they're just gonna fucking crush you. So at this point, he's like, fuck, dude, this whole country's trying to fuck me. So he's getting paranoid, and he switches up to another Zoroastrian guide, and he's, again, getting his hands on some of the text. He's not pleased. He's like, man, this is fucking bullshit. So he keeps pressing these dudes like, yo, like, let me in for real. So like, all right, dude, we'll initiate you into Zoroastrianism, which apparently they don't do, which was weird. Like, look, I've read about this now. Zoroastrianism takes no converts, and it's a slowly dying religion. They don't bury their dead either.
Like Judaism. Did
they take converts?
Very rarely.
I think Zoroastrianism, from the thing I read, just doesn't.
Yeah.
Like, no. Like, I guess maybe you can marry in. I don't know. But and Judaism's very kind of it's tough to get in on the inner circle. So they're acting like they're letting him in on the inner circle. He's wearing the traditional garb, which apparently I think one of the dudes who did this got in trouble for this from the other Zoroastrians or whatever, the Zoroastrians. And as obviously under his garb, he had a sword and a gun.
Yeah.
He's like, dude,
he's Indiana Jones.
That's where the legend of Indiana Jones comes from, which is funny.
Really?
Yeah, because you'll see. But exactly, that's where this comes from. This fucking psycho nerd who was just rolling around is like fucking pulling guns.
Yeah.
So he's in the garb, dude. He's in the temple. And they're like, dude, say you're a Zoroastrian. And he's like, fuck that, I'm a Christian, and pulls out his gun and his sword.
Yes.
And just runs out of the temple.
He's running?
And he kept the scripts. Yeah, he fucking took off.
He did temple run.
He's like, fuck you guys. Yeah, he did temple. He slid under a couple of blocks and was like, fuck you guys, I'm a Christian.
I'm Christian.
So I think he took some of the scripts too. He took them out of there in his robe.
What the fuck?
This dude's nuts. So then soon after this, the block is so fucking hot, dude. Everyone's trying to fuck him. He has stolen scripts. And he gets into a duel with another Frenchman and he kills the guy.
Nice.
So then he forces him to take refuge with the Brits, who he fucking hates. And again, he stole all that shit from the temple. I think his brother paid them back and like made it. His brother was like doing well over there, like doing
His
good.
brother's killing it.
Yeah. So he chills with the British.
So wait, I'm trying to figure out. Can you guys? I'll look it up. Go ahead.
Yeah. Look it up.
I'm just trying to figure out where the frogs were in 1750.
Look up where Pondicherry or Chandanagar. That was another place. That was where they were in that area.
Okay.
So I think it was like the coast.
Yeah, it's usually West Coast.
Yeah.
But if you said Bengal,
I don't know.
it's Bangladesh.
I think it's check it out, because I think it was Pondicherry or Chandanagar was definitely the one place.
Yeah, that's East Coast. It
Is
looks
it?
like.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, yeah, look that up. I'd be curious to get your geography on it, because I'm pretty geography. I don't really know what's where. So he's with the Brits. He's chilling with the Brits. I guess they're pretty nice to him. And while he's with the British, he gets his hands on 180 manuscripts, like original Avesta scriptures that they had. And he, while he's with them, he's under British protection, so he's doing it right. And he didn't learn the secrets from those dudes, but he did learn how to translate the Avesta scriptures into, I think it's called Swahavi or something, or Pahlavi, which is Old Persian. So he did learn Old Persian from those guys that wanted to fuck him. And then he actually got his hands on some decent scripts. So he was able, through those experiences, to eventually write the Zend Avesta that this lady's claiming, based on like the whole dudes coming from Siberia, going to the blizzard. So that's where this comes from. This guy just going over there and just absolutely hold them back from fucking them.
Yeah,
So-
they did have there were a lot of French
Yeah.
colonies in India, I guess.
Yeah, I think they're chilling on the coast. So,
But it wouldn't that have been the East India Trading Company? Wouldn't it have just been England?
well, that's why the English were killing it, because that's how that guy brought home like 200 of those texts.
No, I knew that, but I'm just saying I'm surprised that there were French anythings in there. I knew they were in Indochino.
Yeah, they're getting into it, dude.
Yeah.
They're all over the place. The French were bad. They were bad men back then.
I knew they were bad boys. I just figured they wouldn't be allowed in India.
Dude, I was surprised. There was so much
because
stuff I
of
was surprised.
The British.
Wait till we get into the Germans, dude. The fall of the German monarchy might be the fucking funniest thing.
Yeah.
Wilhelm II.
Yeah.
Fuck with him.
Yeah.
Dude. So I think I don't know if we'll get to all that. But so Abe gets back to France, dude. And again, too, he also published his memoirs, which set off a craze among renegade scholar adventurer types, which is where they think Indiana Jones kind of came from. Like renegade scholar nerds started going out there heavily armed and just being like, fuck you, dude.
Yeah. God.
So he's back in France. He publishes a Zend Avesta, which again is the book the lady cites. I guess this was in like the late 1700s or towards the middle. And the British guys, the Brits, because he publishes a Zend Avesta and is like, fuck Britain. You guys are fucking idiots. I went over there. I figured it out. And also, too, I forgot to say this, in that original crate of 200 Avesta, like ancient Hindu texts that the British brought over, there was a thing that they could have, there was like a Rosetta Stone they could have translated with. But they didn't know that. And it just sat in a box chained in like an Oxford museum, like chained to the wall. And they'd be like, check that out. And people were like, sweet.
Yeah.
So he gets back and he's like, you fucking idiots. He's like, I translated it. You guys suck. Here's the story. And he just gives them like that tale and some other stuff. And so one of the big British Orientalists, Sir William Jones, attacks him with this. Duperron's manuscripts are the rhapsody of some mindless Hindu. For the contemporaries of Voltaire, the silly tales of gods and demons and outlandish laws and rules seemed impossible to relate to the idealized Enlightenment era view of Zoroaster, or to a religion which they are associated, or to a religion which they associated with simplicity and wisdom. So basically, the English were like, dude, They just fucking made shit up and told you, idiot. Like, that's not real.
Well, yeah, the British were right.
So here's what happened. So Abe, feeling the heat from the English and also feeling some heat from that dude's bitch wife, it was still bothering him. The dude he killed, was still being like, he fucking killed my husband. He's like, dude, chill.
Yeah, shut up.
Shit's going well for me right now. I don't need your bullshit. So then he amends certain parts of his translation, instead focuses his corrections on the fact that Zoroastrians, again, like getting out of all the weird gods and this, because he did get mixed up in Hindu texts as well. So that's why it was kind of unclear. So he was like, no. Yeah, that's basically what I'm saying. Like, Zoroastrians are definitely monotheists, worshiping Ahura Mazda. And he kind of tied them to, he's like, they're like definitely related to the biblical Abraham. And were probably like an early, like pre-Christian people who started in Persia and then migrated to the Balkan Peninsula around Europe. So that's where he gave into that and was like, yeah, they like were over there and then they came here and they're kind of like Christians, kind of like us guys. And everyone was like, I could see that.
Yeah.
So that's where that kind of that like.
Wait.
So he came off being like, these guys are from Persia. They walked to Persia, blah, 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 blah. And the British were like, dude, they're just making shit up. Fuck you. And then he came and was like, because the hot thing back then was to like link them to Christianity.
Yeah.
And be like, I'm pretty sure these guys were like...
To link who to Christianity?
The Zoroastrians. Since they were monotheists, they were like...
I don't even know who the Zoroastrians are.
So
the Indians?
So the Zoroastrians are really Iranians, but there are Indian Zoroastrians. It was just a religion. Some guy at one point, just out of nowhere, started a religion 3,500 years ago called Zoroastrianism. Okay. And the Avesta scriptures, I think, are older than that, and they lead up to it. Okay. Does that make sense?
Sure.
So it was just like back then, like there was like Hindu and all this other stuff. And that was like multiple gods, you had like all that stuff. And then Zoroastrianism was like a monotheistic religion.
So they were saying some people migrated from the Middle East to Europe.
Like, yes.
Which is, I believe, true.
Exactly. Yeah, exactly. None of this stuff is like patently totally true or false. I think like Xerxes was a Zoroastrian. Like it was like the main religion of a couple of the Persian empires. It just, just kind of fell. You don't bury your dead. You just leave them out and you let birds eat them.
Oh, nice.
So it's not the most appealing. And they just like light fires and chill by them. Yeah. They're like, whoo.
Yeah.
Pretty sick religion. So he started to kind of tie that. It was just some weird shit people did in the Middle East. And then people in Europe started being like, I think there's something to Zoroastrianism that links to us. That's what I'm saying. He like threw that kind of in the mix and kind of was like, yeah, just to get the British heat off him. So I think the British were pushing that. So then in 1786, a dude, William Jones, who came out against Abe, was like, dude, you're full of shit. He figures out that there's a link between Greek, Latin, Sanskrit, and Persian languages. That's where we got the Indo-European language group from. So he studies all these languages and be like, dude, these are all pretty fucking similar. Yeah. And people start going like, whoa, that's fucking nuts. And then, so it's like, dude, whoa, like, did we come from over there? People started kind of asking these questions. So now you go to 1807 and the Germans are pissed. The French gave them what for? Correct?
In 1807?
Early 1800s. I think Napoleon fucked up the Prussians, I guess.
Yeah. Germany wasn't a country
yet. It was Prussia, yeah.
There's a bunch of them.
Yeah, so like the bros, that whole confederacy of dudes is like, fuck, dude. I thought we were like the most brave, awesome warriors.
It was a weird time. Everybody allied with each other, fought each other like 6 different times.
Yeah, it was like the monarch. There were still monarchies and
Russia,
shit.
Prussia,
So the group Austria, of people who were in that like
Austro-Hungary.
Yeah, exactly. We're just like, fuck, dude, we fucking lost to the French. Like, what the fuck? So they were trying to, in the early 1800s, so they're trying to pump themselves up on like why. A lot of times, a lot of this stuff starts entering into countries who kind of like just like lost.
When was the Franco-Prussian War? Is that what it is?
I believe so. Look up 1807. I think it was in there. Or don't Google 1807, but look it up.
That was later. That was 1870.
Well, that's when the Germans won that, though. Yeah. So the Germans won that one.
The unification there.
Yeah, but they lost earlier. I think Napoleon, was that Napoleon back then in 1807?
Yes.
Napoleon gave them what for? It actually was like he was like occupying territory within that. And they were like, fuck, dude. It's just fucking bullshit. And then a German guy, Franz Bopp, provided scientific linguistic proof of Sir Jones, the guy from England's Indo-European theory. And then a couple of German philosophy bros, Johann Gottlieb Fichte and Johann Gottfried Herder, start to hype everyone up on this idea of the Volk. That was like Hitler shit.
The Volk, yeah.
And he started being like...
Volkswagen.
Yeah, he started being like, dudes, like, yeah, we got beat by the French, but like, deep down inside, we're like noble warriors tied to like a long tradition of just like...
tunic warriors.
Yeah, like we're sick, dudes. And everyone's like, nah, you think we suck? We lost to the French. Like, nah, dude, we're the fucking Volk, dude. And like, we're being plagued by like, this like shit going on right now.
Yeah.
And it didn't get anti-Semitic yet.
It's coming.
It laid the it starts to lay the foundation. So he starts pumping everyone up. He's like, look, like we're the Volk.
No, I remember.
And he was like, we got to knock the bullshit off and become the fucking Volk. And Fick is quoted on saying, the purpose of the future German nation, which would be built off the virtues of the French Revolution, that was just in there, would be to found an empire based in spirit and reason and to annihilate completely the crude physical force that rules the world. So like, we're the Volk. We're good.
Yeah.
It's just the world's fucking evil, bro. And we have to, restore everything to order.
It's kind of how every single person on Earth feels.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
So, and obviously, these kind of vibes.
Tight? Where did I hear this? I forget where I heard this. It's the war right now is just between the French Revolution and the American Revolution. As far as which values, like French Revolution was equality.
Yeah.
The American Revolution was right to happiness, pursuit of happiness,
independence.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Dude.
That's where democracy's at. Also, there is a pizza here. Noah, could you be a deer?
You want to pause?
No, we don't need to pause. We might have a pizza party during the history cast.
Nope, not a problem.
I might eat pizza on this episode.
You should, dude.
It'd be fun.
It'd be fun.
It'd be a nice time for a pizza party.
So these vibes are obviously picked up and ran with by the Nazis later on. But Ficht, the guy who said this, did not hate the Jews, for the record. Also for the record, he didn't like them very much. But he didn't hate them. And while he actually resigned from his college position because people were bullying the Jews on his campus, and the college did nothing about it, and he was like, fuck this is messed up.
All right, nice.
That was pretty good. That's pretty woke for his time.
Pretty good.
He was like, I'm not a fan personally, but you can't be mean to him, man. That's what he did. And he actually resigned from his position. I was like, well, that's kind of nice. Another guy, Friedrich Schlegel, comes out and says that so like you have this idea of the Aryans floating around, like we're the fucking Volk. He comes out and he goes, dude, the Aryan Persians are definitely our ancestors of the noble Germans. So, then the Volk starts to get into this kind of like Persian shit, and they're like, dude.
Wow, it's a pretty good looking pizza.
Is that pretty good?
We'll see.
Dude, pause up.
I'll pause for a pizza break?
Pause up. I'm gonna
pause. It'll make no difference to you.
No one will tell. Pause up, dude. Get fueled.
Wow, it's a pretty good looking pizza.
Wow, that was a good pizza.
Dude, it looked yummy.
Noah, you treated yourself there. You had quite a few slices.
Really?
Gardini with a respectful 2. An absolutely respectful 2 out of the guard dog.
What did Noah have?
How many did you have, Noah?
I had 3.
Leaving you 3 slices? You got to equal, man.
3. Well, I'm the king.
You should have 4.
I'm fat king.
You should have 4, dude.
If I get a pizza, I'm eating 3.
You got to eat 4, dude.
If no one's home, I'm eating most of the pizza.
Yeah.
If I'm at a party,
once you
3.
close that, like,
you got to do it. You can't leave 2.
Once you surpass 4, you should. Once you work like like when it's like less than half left. When you're around third, when you're around third, you got to just eat the whole thing.
I've been playing MLB The Show, and I only use baseball analogies now.
Yeah. Once you're around at third,
I've been going to a lot of ball games lately.
Was that third? Yeah, you're on third base of a pizza, dude.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's time to. Third base coach is giving you the signal. He's giving you the green light. You got
it. Take a nice lead.
Yeah.
It's like, okay.
Oh man, you got to play MLB The Show.
I want to, man.
I heard about your Grand Theft Auto.
It's coming.
Right.
My fucking controller got stolen off my porch.
What?
Someone stole my Amazon package, dude.
You think it was a person of color?
I don't know. I don't want to assume.
If you had to guess.
I don't want to assume. I caught there was one package thief, and he was indeed a person of color. And
what?
I caught him digging through stuff across the street, and I was like, "Hey, doing over there?" I saw him back. He was ripping packages open. I was like, "Bro, what are you doing?" And he's like, "Ugh," and he took off.
What we get in Queens? We get Asians going through trash.
Really? Oh, I've seen that before.
They
yeah.
love collecting cans and plastics.
I've seen that before.
I don't know what they're doing with them all. No, I did. They're taking them to recycling
paid,
centers.
Bro.
They're
getting fucking paid.
Nickels.
Getting mega paid.
Sorry about that. It'd be funny for a guy to not know what they were doing.
They thought they were like building robots and shit.
Keep stealing my trash. And I don't know what they're doing.
I don't know what the fuck they're up to.
Back to learn about the Aryans.
All right. So the guy. So we talked about the guy. What was his name? Not Franz Bopp. The other guy, Vict or whatever his name was.
Schlegel.
No,
Schlegel?
Schlegel came out. So the one guy resigns. He's like, dude, like we're being too mean to the Jews. This is like in the 1800s. He's like, you can't be bullying them, bro. And he's like, I'm not being a professor here. So, that happened. And then, time passes. Another guy, Friedrich Schlegel, comes out and says the Aryan Persians, because they say that's like the scripture about the Aryans. They're like, they're definitely Aryans. They say, and so are we, the Volk. And he's basing this all off that same translation by Abraham, off the Zend-Avesta and other stuff like it. And he's like, yo, we're fucking Aryans too, dude. And the whole book of the Zend-Avesta is them being like, we are the supreme people, blah, 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 blah. But it was written 3,500 years ago when, you know.
Yeah, it was crap.
Yeah, everyone was like, we're the fucking best.
Yeah.
So.
We're the best.
Yeah, so he comes out, I mean.
We're the best.
Clearly.
You and me are the best.
Easily.
Yeah.
So, and here's a quick note, because then I start looking up, like, what does Zoroastrians say about this shit? Of like, are they ever like, it really pisses us off that people use our Bible to commit the Holocaust to be Nazis. So what they say, here's what the Zoroastrians say about the Avestas and all the translations. This was like a Zoroastrian scholar.
We've spoken to a Zoroastrian scholar. Here's his quote. No!
I read his blog. Yeah, I read his blog.
No!
I read his blog, and he goes on to explain that people with an agenda who read the Avesta scriptures usually find what they're looking for, given its ambiguity and the fact that there are, I think, 47 different translations at this point.
Yeah. They also did that with Nietzsche.
Really?
Yeah, Hitler.
They picked and choose.
He was like, we are the Supermen.
Ubermensch.
Yeah.
Yeah, so he was basically like,
Obervulcan.
he was saying Christians go into it and like, hey, look, angels and shit, that's what we have. Muslims find stuff. Iranian patriot sees Zoroaster as a prophet of the Iranian state. And, you know, obviously if you want to, you know, rid the planet of Jews, you'll see stuff in there like, yeah, we are the best. And this stuff applies to us as well. Even anthropologists will go through the Avesta scriptures and be like, they'll find stuff about Bronze Age animal husbandry and be like, I fucking knew it.
I knew he invented horses.
They'll see clues. Like anthropologists will be like, I knew they fucking did that shit back then. And, you know, it's all based on.
Yeah, no one really knows.
No one has any fucking clue. So that's the whole idea. It's
But
like people
I think they got the right area of where it came from.
Yeah, for sure.
And I think right away they took over India. Whoever came out with horses
Yes.
came down the west coast of India and started fucking shit up.
Well, it's also entirely probable. Like I said, this is the other thing too. That like,
Sound like JP there.
thank you.
Yeah.
The other, it's like it is possible because they get like the mummies with red hair in Egypt, and people freak out about that. And they're like, well, that's because when they mummify them. And blah,
Yeah, it's embarrassing to freak out about any of that.
exactly. But people get.
But the Little Mermaid is white.
True. But the what this guy's saying is like, if you have an agenda,
So is
it's
James Bond.
easy to project it onto the Avesta scriptures and find what you're looking for. So, you know, throwing out a footnote. So, as the Germans and the rest of Europe go further into the 1800s, the emphasis on religion and culture begins to fade. It becomes less and less important. It doesn't happen overnight. And then these German people getting teased, like, dude, like, are we the fucking Aryans, dude? They start to ask. They get restless. The whole shared culture, shared Indo-European language thing, it's not enough, dude, because it's lessening in importance. And they start going like, what did the ancient Aryans really look like?
Oh, that sounds like what an Asian person would call the History Channel show.
What? So they start going like, people in Germany are like, and in France too, to be fair. And I think Ireland at one point was like, yo, we're Persian. We're like, we called it.
Yeah.
Ireland called like, we're
Dibs.
Persian instantly. So they started being like, did the best people from that book, like, did they look like me, dude? Like they look like me, right?
Well, I understand. They didn't feel represented in all of the myths.
Exactly.
They needed to be represented.
They needed to be represented.
I don't watch a movie unless somebody looks exactly like me.
And that's kind of what was going
I
on.
only watch Peanut Butter Falcon and The Ringer.
So they started like getting fired up, and you know, again, that starts to pressurize like intellectuals. Like, I'll go find it. This is what people want. So you know, they start they're digging through stuff trying to find it. And like we said, religion was fading from importance. And you know, if you're into like Jungian psychology, they always talk about how like our impulses don't fade with the vehicles they're expressed through. So like back in the day, if I was a guy, say I was a Christian bashing Arabs, if I was doing that in like the 1500s, I'm coming at them more from like your fucking culture, boo, your religion. It's more of like a holistic 360 slam. And as religion faded from the picture, people started getting like, you know, and as we got more emphasized on like the physical characteristics, which was always there, but it, like as religion fell away, people started attacking strictly more on physical stuff. They recognized it back then, but it was like, dude, here's an example of a slam. So it's in 1830s. You got a guy like Christian Lassen, who was another Orientalist, a student of Schlegel, who this guy Lassen starts to be like, yo, again, we're definitely fucking Aryans. And he was like, and we can tell just not the language and everything. We can tell just by the way we conduct ourselves. This is his quote. He was like, we're the most gifted of all. This is how people used, like, before they started just being like, fuck you, dude. And like having like more.
It is. I'm sorry to cut you off. It is funny that every single culture, it's like, yeah, we're the best. We do it the right way.
Yeah.
It's like, who do you think invented the right way? Your culture.
Yeah. That's
You know,
exactly.
it's so funny.
And that's all. So, and this is like, but as the
Now I do it all the time.
as the emphasis on religion faded, that's when it got into more like in the early 1900s. People started measuring heads and getting into the eugenics. That's when it took on like strict physical characteristics.
Yeah.
That's why people say like Europeans invented racism. There wasn't racism before that. It's like it was there. It just was more kind of verbose and kind of like poetic. This is how this guy this is how this guy used to get racist back in the day. So Christian Lassen, he's like, we're the fucking Aryans, and the reason why, quote, we're the most gifted of all and perfect in talent, creativity, flawless in spirit and harmony of soul. So, and then he was the one who started to contrast the idealistic Aryan Volk with the Semite, referring to both Jews and Arabs. So he started saying the Jews and the Arabs did not possess the harmonious balance of the forces of the spirit, and that the Semites' views and notions so absorbed their intelligence that they're unable to rise with serenity to the contemplation of pure ideas.
Yeah.
It's like, dude, what a slam.
Yeah, how are you supposed to yell that out of a truck?
What a slam.
You got to streamline that.
What a slam, dude. And then, this is kind of where it gets into kind of funny. He was like, he goes on to say that the Semite in his religion is egotistical and exclusive. And then in a rather ironic
This
statement.
shit's egotistical. We are actually perfect.
Exactly. That's what I'm saying.
right.
So then one of his boys right after that is like, dude, I think Aryans are actually the chosen race. So all of this is just like a wild projection based out of insecurity, blah, 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 blah.
It's almost like everything is a wild projection out of insecurity.
So that's what you get into with the with the young stuff. It's like, so you have these guys, like the religion loses importance. They start slamming more like physical characteristics. And then now you have anti-racists who are like, there's like, it's just that same that same force, dude. It's just fucking like, fuck, I fucking hate racists. And it's the same hatred. It's constantly shedding and taking on new forms. So that's kind of, just want to give a little hat tip to Young, dude, with all this stuff. So then
beat Young's ass.
Dude,
I'm going to find his
serious,
casket
bro?
and crap in it.
What?
I hate this guy.
Man. Young's the fucking man, dude. So then Schlegel and his boys are like, yo, we're the fucking chosen race. We're not fucking Jewish or Arabic, and we're fucking also kind of Persian too, but like they're white. Get over it. And he's like, let's fucking go. And around this time, they were getting pumped because
like, what are we gonna do? He's like, invade Poland.
Well, around this time, the French are also hyped now, based on the fact that they defeated the French in the late 1870s, or the German Prussian type dudes. Wilhelm I.
Yes.
Was coming off a wicked victory of like, dude,
it's time to unify Deutschland.
We got fucking revenge on the French. We're the best. And guys are like, yeah, dude, fuck that. Fuck Jews. And people are like, all right, fuck yeah. Let's just
some
keep
guy
this
in the back's like, yeah, fuck Jews. Like, all right, party's on, dude.
Party going. So
it feels like one of my shows. I'm just up there, somebody yells something. I'm like, all right. We're gonna keep the stand up going. But,
so that again, the shit.
Don't yell stuff.
Yeah, don't yell it out. So they go and eugenics are hitting. It's like it's wild, dude. People are like, there's like it's like it is now with like I went to Bryn Mawr and they're like they'll have these like weird intellectual things of stuff that you're like, what the fuck?
Yeah.
They were just doing the opposite, where they'd be like, yeah, we measured everyone's heads, ours are perfect, and we're the smartest. So sorry, dude. And, they started doing all the eugenics and all that stuff. So then Wilhelm.
Yeah, you ever see Django?
Yeah.
You know that part in Django Unchained?
When they used the thing?
skull stuff?
Yeah,
what was that called?
Cranial.
a word for
I don't know, honestly.
Probably craniology.
Something like that. But they were measuring all this shit and being like, and they would like compare like skeletons and heads and be like, that's us, obviously. Measured our head, measured their head. We're obviously Aryan. We're the best. And so then it goes. So Wilhelm I. Everyone's like, hell yeah, dude! Like we beat the French. Wilhelm II steps up. This is kind of where my notes leave off, but I think I got this from here. So Wilhelm II.
Where's my dog Bismarck? Where's he at? You run into him?
He was a Prussian guy, right?
Yeah.
So Wilhelm II splits from Bismarck. I think there was a part where he was like, "No, dude, I'm cool." Also, Wilhelm II was half British. He was half Brit, half German.
Yeah, they all were.
Yeah, apparently
they're all related.
Kind of weird.
I think Habsburg. I forget.
I don't know, but I
know
they
were all like World War I. They were all cousins.
So Wilhelm, I think in 1880 something, like 88.
Yeah.
He's like his dad starts, I guess, dies or something. So Wilhelm II comes up on the scene. So his people are fucking fired up, dude. They're like Aryan stuff, and they're like, yeah, dude, this shit fucking rules. Yeah. So Wilhelm II, let me see, according to my notes here. Yes, we got hit. Eugenics hits. Everyone's wild. They also had it. So Wilhelm II takes them into the Boxer Rebellion. So they go into China. They go into China, but
you see how many people died in that?
A lot of people died. Well, they were killing Christians.
They get a lot of people.
Chinese are killing Christians. So then, but apparently Germany like Wilhelm's forces, they only sent like 800 troops. They sent like a weak amount of troops. And he also, so they didn't basically help at all. They showed up late. And then Wilhelm, this is his first major scandal, was like, we're about to go hit fucking China like the Huns did a couple thousand years, and like referred to like going in and just decimating the entire population. And everyone was like, whoa, bro. In the 1800s, it was like, dude, chill.
Yeah.
Chill. You can't be bringing that kind of shit up. So that was his first major scandal. People were like, dude, this guy's kind of fucking nuts.
It's a sick war plan, though.
Yeah, dude.
Spec, I've met with my war council. We decided we're just going to kill everyone. All right.
He was basically like, go forth and show them how Christians love to suffer. And like, we're going to go, and like, this isn't even going to phase us.
Damn.
We're going to roll through there.
We
like,
were ISIS.
He was nuts. Or he was like, apparently very eloquent. He would give 6 speeches, but every now and again, he would just cross the line a little.
Yeah.
You know, he get fired up. So
He's pushing boundaries.
he's pushing boundaries hard. So he had that. The Boxer
Literally.
Rebellion was kind of a shame on the German nation. Like England and France were like, what the fuck? Yeah, way to show up. You know, like your boy, you get in a fight and your boy like doesn't really do anything.
Yeah.
They were hitting Germany with that. Like, dude, you didn't even do anything. Shut up. And then like, so the Germans are kind of embarrassed. And at this time too, people are kind of like questioning the idea of the monarchy in general. So he's on a slippery slope. And then after that, he had the Eulenburg scandal. The Eulenburg scandal in Wilhelm II's like interior party. It turned out a bunch of them were gay, and a news reporter leaked that a lot of his boys were gay. And like, dude, people started killing themselves and shit. It was bad. So then a lot of people like, I think Wilhelm's fucking gay. And he was like, fuck that, dude. No, I'm not.
Well, I ain't.
So he started spazzing. And then he goes over, so that's one scandal. He's like, fuck, dude. He like, the Boxer Rebellion kind of throws him off. Everyone's like, yo, Wilhelm's fucking gay. And he's like, no, I'm fucking not. So then he goes over to Morocco because he's trying to stir up this whole like Middle Eastern, he like loved the Middle East. He's like, fucking Aryans, dude.
Yeah.
Fuck. He's like, if I wasn't a Christian, I'd be a Muhammad man.
Nice.
That's what he said. He's like, dude, this shit fucking rules over here. So he goes into Morocco and is like, dude, you guys should be an independent nation, totally forgetting about like, the fact that France was occupying Morocco.
Yeah.
He's like, fuck that, dude. You guys rule. There's no reason you should be bowing down to the French. And the French are like, the fuck,
What
dude?
are you telling him that for, dude?
He was also feeling the victory he just had over them. So he's
They were
like,
pimps.
dude.
They were like, yo, why are you talking to one of my bitches?
Exactly. Like, dude, shut the fuck up. So he's just wilding,
I
dude.
just watched Casablanca.
Did you really? I
Holds
never
up.
saw that.
It's actually good.
I bet
You'd
it's
like
it's
it.
apparently one of the classics.
It's great.
Dude, so he has the Moroccan crisis. And so that's like, people are like, dude, I don't know about this guy. He's kind of fucked up. And then in a news report, like he was like in some sort of interview, just spazzes on England. He's like, they're fucking nuts, dude. They're all crazy and fucking weird. But he also like loved England. It was weird.
Yeah.
So he spazzes on England. He pisses off the French. He dishonors like the English monarchy. And then Archduke Franz Ferdinand, his boy, Wilhelm II, that was his close boy, gets capped, dude. So then, that was Austria, right?
Yeah.
So then Austria declares war on Serbia.
Yes.
But Austria was Wilhelm II's ally. So he's like, well, we got to defend you.
And then the Ruskies.
And exactly, dude. And then so the Ruskies were like, well, fuck you then. We're defending Serbia, so we're gonna fight you. And then I think there was an agreement between France and Russia, where it's like, well, France is like, hey, dude, if you're attacking the Russians, we're fucking you up. And then England was like, well, if you cross through Hungary or wherever it was, if you cross through Austria, I forget wherever it was. If you cross through this one neutral territory, we're gonna fuck you up too.
Yeah.
And Wilhelm II goes, fuck, dude, I think I got set up.
Yeah.
I think this was I think he starts getting paranoid.
I think the Black Hand set him up.
He thinks it was a European scheme to like destabilize the German nation. That's what he started. That's a tight time he was on, dude. He's like, dude, I'm not gay. B, I'm getting set up. So they go into World War I. Doesn't go well for the Germans, obviously, as you know. Gets his butt kicked. And then it's funny, actually, they talked about how a young Hitler fought in World War I and he got burned with chemical gas. And he woke up in his bed and someone's like, yo, we lost. And he just fucking kicked and screamed his bed and was like, fuck. So they all hated Wilhelm II. They're like, you're a fucking idiot. You started all this bullshit. So then his whole navy revolts on him. His navy mutinies and there's like an uprising and everyone's like, overthrow the monarchy in Germany. Fuck this. This sucks. And he goes into exile. His exile is actually pretty sick, dude. So he goes into exile in the Netherlands where he chopped.
Oh, that's not very far.
Not at all, dude. He went to the Netherlands. The rumor is that it took 60 train cars to transfer all of his wealth and possessions. So he just goes out there with a ton of shit. He
Real
bought
discreet.
Dude, man.
I'm in hiding.
He killed thousands of animals hunting, chopped down like acres of tree, like loved clearing forests. So he just cut down trees, killed thousands of animals, grew a long beard. And he also bought a house in Greece from the family of an Austrian empress who was stabbed by an Italian anarchist. So she died, and he was like, yo, I don't know what you guys do with the house. Bought just for no reason. Bought the house in Greece. And then he was just like, he's rich as fuck. He's chilling. And then, Nazism starts to rise. And eventually he's watching that being like, oh, that's my ticket back to the, fucking monarchy. Like, they're going to rise, bring Germany back to power, and just be like, yo, bro, we did it. Here you go. So he reaches out to Hitler, and he was like, what's good? And they're just like, fuck off, dude. Like, we don't care about you. And then Kristallnacht happens. And then Wilhelm comes out, and he's like, dude, that's fucked up. Like, this is not going good. And this was his quote against Kristallnacht and against Hitler, because he was like, yeah, these fuck, I like this Nazi. He's like, it's a little edgy, but I think I know what they're doing, and they're gonna bring me back to glory. So when Hitler did Kristallnacht, and then like I think one of his sons was like, he was talking to his family, and his son was like, yeah, like that's what you got to do, and he was like, I'm so ashamed to be a German. So this was his story. This was his thing about Hitler. This is a quote: "There's a man alone, without family, without children, without God. He builds legions, but he doesn't build a nation. A nation is created by families of religion, traditions. It is made up out of the hearts of mothers and wisdom of fathers, the joy and the exuberance of children. For a few months, I was inclined to believe in National Socialism. I thought of it as a necessary fever, and I was gratified to see that there were associated with it for a time some of the wisest and most outstanding Germans. But these, one by one, he has gotten rid of or even killed. He has left nothing but a bunch of shirted gangsters. This man could bring home victories to our people each year without bringing them either glory or danger. But of our Germany, which was a nation of poets and musicians, of artists, which everyone says, and of soldiers, he has made a nation of hysterics and hermits engulfed in a mob and led by 1,000 liars and fanatics." Comes out with a pretty hard slam on Hitler.
Yeah. And
then Hitler starts to win, dude. Instantly comes out and it's like, woo!
Yeah.
He's like, yo, Hitler, dude, He wrote him a letter and he said, "My Fuhrer, I congratulate you." Just changes his tune pretty hard in 1940. "I congratulate you and hope that under your marvelous leadership, the German monarchy will be restored completely." And apparently Hitler saw it, laughed, and went, "What a fucking idiot."
Yeah.
He just never responded. So then, he didn't let go. So during his last year, Wilhelm II had gone from being like, this guy's fucked up, towards like when he got older in his last year in the Netherlands, he started getting on some shit. He said Wilhelm believed that Germany was a land of monarchy and therefore of Christ, and that England was a land of liberalism and therefore of Satan and the Antichrist. He argued that the ruling classes of England were Freemasons thoroughly injected by Judah. So he flipped his script a little bit.
Yeah.
He started being like, Nazism.
He got old.
Tight. He got old.
Yeah.
And he started saying, British people must be liberated from the Antichrist Judah. We must drive Judah out of England just as he has been chased out of the continent. So he thought the Freemasons and the Jews had caused the 2 world wars.
In his defense, if he was in the Netherlands
Yeah.
in the 40s,
Yeah.
you got to write that.
Yeah.
If somebody finds that.
But
Because that was Nazi controlled.
Oh, in the Netherlands.
Yeah.
Okay. So he started saying basically like he was the subject of an elaborate English setup. He's like, we are the nation of Christ and like just fucking the Volk, and they're getting infiltrated on some bullshit. I think I guess like you were saying, the French Revolution stuff.
Kind of.
Liberalism and stuff.
Well, yes. But yeah, it's tough to I mean, I'm not disputing it, but like any documents from people in Nazi Germany, it's tough to tell.
Well, exactly. So this is the thing too. So he's watching the beginning of World War I and being like, World War II, being like, oh hell yeah, dude, we're gonna win this shit. So he starts being like, yo.
Well, yeah, he also was in Holland, so he was like, they're gonna come here shortly.
Yeah,
I better start fucking being like, yo, you guys do rule.
That's probably what he was doing.
I was talking shit a couple months ago, but now that your guns are.
Well, he discovered the Illuminati, dude.
Yeah.
He was there and he's like, wait, what the fuck? And then exactly. He started being like, you guys fucking rule. And before he died, he wrote a 1940 letter to his sister, Margaret. And he wrote basically like, the hand of God is creating a new world and working miracles. We are becoming the United States of Europe under German leadership. And he starts to say some other stuff about the Jews getting kicked out of Europe. And he was just like, he's like, dude, this comes from this whole dream of like the Volk and blah, blah, blah. So he dies before the Germans attacked, what was that called? When they attacked Russia?
Yeah.
I forget. There's like
Barbarossa.
Barbarossa. Yeah, operated. He died right before Barbarossa, just being
So it's like shit.
he was
sweet.
like, woo, baby.
Yeah.
He's like, we're number one. I knew we'd be good. And then obviously they go into whatchamacallit. Yeah, so he's like, dude, the monarchy will be back, blah, 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 blah. We're good. And then the Germans went into Barbarossa, and it just didn't go well, bro.
Didn't go great.
Did not go great at all. And that was the whole idea, was like, you know, he was against, that's where like, oh, and also too, a lot of the anti-Semitism of the First World War, when they lost, they came back and they were like, I didn't see any Jews fighting next to me. The Germans were like, so that like started a lot of the shit. Was like,
they thought they got sold out.
Yeah.
By the Jews and the politicians.
Yes. So they were kind of like, what the fuck? So, okay. So where am I? Okay, so and this is also one of the other things too that Hitler was kind of using the Aryan stuff to pump people up, was he was going back into like ancient Persian stories, talking about like when Cyrus freed the Hebrews from Babylon, which resulted in like the Hebrews getting out, and he was like, they kept being like, that's what fucking fucked up society and blah 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 blah. So that he still has his people, like, even though they're getting crushed in Russia, he's still pumping them up on this like Aryan master race stuff.
Yeah.
So slowly they Germans starts reaching out to Iran, and like, you know, it wasn't Iran yet, it was just Persia, and they're like, yo bros, like, we're the same, because they're trying to fight. Yeah. They get crushed in Russia, and they're like, or it just doesn't go well in Russia, so they're like, all right, they start reaching out to like different countries.
Yeah, they got crushed.
And this is how the dudes like Iranians will chuck up salutes to, like, sometimes chuck up Nazi salutes. So he starts going out to, the guy was Shah Pahlavi, who was now we're jumping to Persia, or yeah, it was Persia. So the English were like kind of putting up the monarchy of Persia, and Shah Pahlavi was he was like a general or something, and then eventually he like rose to power, and as he rose to power, he kind of overthrew the British put up Shah Pahlavi, because the British wanted to keep the Russians out of like India and that whole area. So he was kind of he was put up in position by the British, and he fought the Russians, blah 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 blah, and then he starts I guess like getting a little foreign aid from England, and he overthrows the monarchy, and he has to he's like, I'm building the Iranian nation, and Iran, he starts coming up like, what are we gonna do? And the whole time the German like interior ministries, like, they have their Persian delegates sending this guy like, yo, do this, check this out, check out this thing, these Investas, like, get into it. And they start to go, he's like, we got to start a new country, not Persia, because Persia, like, when Europeans hear about Persia, they were like deeply embarrassed by getting fucked up by the Russians in like the 1700s. So they were like, dude, like, we got to start a country. We want to be like a strong power. We're the best, blah, blah, blah. So, sorry, I'm just trying to access my notes in my brain. So he founds Iran. He founds modern day Iran, which translates into the land of the Aryans. The whole Iranian state is built on, it's deeply rooted in kind of this myth of the Iranians. And they were like still talking to the English, talking to the Germans, but they had German people, and they had a lot of Germans in there, like German officials in Iran at the time. And then the English started Germany started losing the war, and when the British and the Russians were like, yo, give up those German people or we're going to come fuck you up. And they were like, this guy at this point, he built Iran. He's like, I got this big ass country. We're the best. And he just got flattened by England and Russia. Like they didn't even fight. They came down on him, and all the soldiers were like, fuck this, I'm out. So he was deeply embarrassed. And then since, I guess he was still cool with Germany, he didn't hand the Germans over. He let them flee the country. And then the Russians were like, well, fuck you then. We're going to occupy Tehran and all this stuff. So it wasn't looking good for him. So then he was forced to retire. And then his son took over. And that's like around that time, as they call it Iran, the land of the Aryans. And his son was like, we need to start an Aryan brotherhood with India, Pakistan, Afghanistan. And, the whole thing ends with them still to this day being like, we're the fucking Aryans, we're the best.
Wow.
Because in order to build the Iranian state, they had a similar issue where they were like, we just got smashed by Europe. And the Shah was like, oh, we're white, dude. Like, how do you know what happened? We were white and we were crushing shit in the middle.
Straight.
Were you going up and doing it, or were you hitting from your phone?
I was in the distance. I was sniping.
You're sniping from your phone.
And then finally a guy, one of the fourth, no one noticed. I was like, no one notices. So then
what was the scene? How many people were there?
A lot.
Oh, it was packed.
TGI Fridays is where all the industry, all the service industry goes to hang out afterwards.
Really?
So all the fine ass bitches are in there.
Damn, all the waitresses.
All the
servant girls.
People of color waitresses were in there.
Really?
Fine ass people of color.
Damn. Dude.
Yes, and they were.
That's
you know, it
respectful
was
as hell
party
of you to
time.
say.
Yeah, of course, all these fucking people of color. And
doesn't that sound worse?
It's way
saying
worse.
Black people.
There's so many fucking colored people in there.
There's so many people of colored skin. It's like, dude, what?
Yeah, I like to describe people on their skin immediately. But the first couple waves of Dragula, no one noticed. The waves, but I overdid it on the touch. I played it too many times in a row.
Yeah, you got greedy.
So finally, this guy was sitting with his girlfriend. He was like from us to the Stoners, and I saw him perk his head up when Dragula came on again, and I was like, "Yo, you like Dragula?" And he was like, "Is that you playing this?" And I was like, "No."
Who was this dude?
Just a random guy on a date. He was like, and then he was like, "I had a long day at work. I don't like it that much."
Damn.
He heard it like 6 times.
That were the
And then I
original
was stuck.
five. Were the
I was
original
stuck.
5 there? Was it just
The men
you?
probably.
Were you the only surviving member of the
No,
original
they were
5?
probably there. I just couldn't see. They blended in. Also, it was Eid Mubarak, my friend, and Minnesota is packed with Somalis. So TGI Fridays was bumping with Somalis,
Yes, dude.
Muslims, people of color, Muslim people of color.
It was a melting pot, dude.
It was a melting pot, and Dragula was bringing us together.
Yes.
And
And then
little
some
did I know.
dickhead on
And
his
then some
date
white fuck was like, "Who's playing Dragula?"
trying to control everything. Trying to
Fucking
control
loser, of
everyone's
course.
vibing to Dragula. Dude.
Everybody was
How many
vibing.
viral videos of probably dudes on like dancing to Dragula? Like, dude, this
Just
is
hot young women of color dancing, dig through the ditches and burn. It was a fucking vibe. It was so vibey.
Dude, the vibe was so
and
good.
then
Some white fucking asshole.
some
dude.
white fucking devil was like, "Who's playing that?" And I was like, "Do you like it?" And he was like, "Is that you?" And I was like, "No." He was like, "It's definitely you." I was like, "Well, it's not."
What was his date
And
saying?
then
She probably wanted to fuck you. Well, she was covering her head.
yeah, it was a scene. And then I didn't realize I had played it like 3 more times.
How many
It was
more?
loaded up.
How many more?
So after I like fought somebody, I was like, "I'm sorry." It just kept that intro is so funny to hear. That like weird. I forget. I don't even know what noise that is. And then
How's the intro go?
I don't even know how to describe it. The beginning of Dragula is like
I gotta find it.
no before the guitar. It's like a weird like. I don't know.
It's a singing song. That's what it is.
Hold on. Let's actually just let's get the.
Yeah, well, you need to paint a picture here. Think of this: Muslims, women of color, TGI Fridays. Now think of a dude going like this. He's like, "God damn it! I just want to enjoy my burger." So then here's what I was doing, dude. Yeah.
This
So
just gets
then-
spooky as hell.
It's
Out
so
of nowhere, dude.
spooky. And then what you gotta do a lot of guys think they're good with the touch tunes. What you gotta do is you gotta get the people going. So you gotta
Sure.
toss in like a remix to Ignition
For sure.
or like a I'm Real remix. A
Yeah.
lot of remixes.
Yeah, definitely.
But once you put on a song that everybody loves,
Yeah.
they're all
paying
like,
attention.
"Woo!" They all start dancing and having
So you're
fun.
DJing the
and
party.
then you hit a Dragula. You bring them back in with a fucking Dragula. I'm a counterpuncher on the
So
touch
you're
tunes.
DJing this party.
I DJ'd the TGI Fridays, and then people started.
You might be DJI Fridays. dude.
DJ High Fridays.
DJI Fridays, dude.
That's a pretty sick name. So yeah, I was DJing it, and we went out with me and my lady went out with 2 fans after the show.
Nice.
2 lucky fellas,
Yeah,
and then they got to witness me and my lady get in a fight. It was like, "Oh, you done talking? We're not talking for the rest of the
Was
night."
this after Dragula?
This is, during Dragula. There was no after. I left with about 4 Dragulas in the chamber. So yeah, if you listen to this and
The
you
manager
have,
has to reset it with the key. If there's too many Dragulas lined up, the manager has to come
Has
out
to
of the
come
back
out, yeah.
and like undo the
the
Dragula
waitress
key.
was upset. Our waitress was upset
Why?
because she was like, "Is that you doing that?" And
Oh fuck.
yeah, it was nice to get a domestic in front of 2 fans.
Oh, and they had to
2
sit there
dudes were
like,
like, "This is a cool night. We get to go out after the show." And then I was just like, "Oh, you want to not talk? What happened? What are you mad at?" Yeah, it was good.
oh fuck.
Good night.
Damn, dude.
Yeah, and then you just call the hotel and they pick you up in a bus.
What?
It's great. I don't know why I was complaining.
You
about
might be
this. Mall of
Dragula,
America
dude.
rules, dude. I was Dragula. You
You
just
are
call the
Dragula.
hotel. You're like, all right, I'm done at TGI Fridays, and they bring a shuttle to pick you up.
A huge shuttle.
Yeah, huge. Yeah, it's the sickest move. You get blacked out,
Yeah.
leave TGI Fridays in a bus.
Fuck.
People are like, who was that guy?
Damn.
Yes,
That fucking rules. That's
Yes.
that's as good of a weekend as you
that
can
was
have.
a victory.
How did you guys make amends on the bus?
Yeah, we made amends because she started trying to give the guy directions, and I was like,
Oh, boy.
"Ain't that a woman?" It was a person of color
How do
bus
you
driver. He was a
Paytch, right?
male person of color. I don't want to assume, but I think he had a fucking dick and nuts. I'd hate to assume he had a cock, but I think he did.
Sure.
Yeah, me and him had a good laugh.
Really?
Yeah, I broke down.
She
that
came around.
icy queen. She was trying
Yeah.
to silent treatment. She was like, "Don't you go this way?" And I was just like, "The guy drives a fucking bus.
He only goes from
This
here
is
to
the only
there.
place he goes.
Yeah.
You don't think he knows?"
Oh.
It's great.
Brittany used to do that to me. I'll be like driving to my parents' house and she'd never been there before. Like, I think we're going the wrong way. And I'm like, dude, you grew up like a 6-hour flight.
Yeah,
or
yeah.
It's like a 6-hour drive. You're going to tell me how to get to my parents' house from the place I've been living for 15 years?
It's not a
Then
male.
I make one wrong turn and I'm like, fuck.
Yeah, fucking the GPS. Yeah, I'm big onto Google Maps. Google Maps destroys bays and dads.
Oh,
Dads hate the Google Maps.
kills them, dude.
My dad gives me directions
Oh.
every day.
Their directions are even worse than MapQuest. Remember, you had to print out the
you had to print
MapQuest
it
and be
out.
like, "Do we turn? Does the road?" You know, you'd have to like mentally gauge 0.8
Yeah,
miles,
yeah.
and you're like, "I don't know, dude. I think we passed it." Dad directions are, I mean, it's just like gas stations that aren't there anymore.
Oh,
you're like,
God.
dude, no, there's a Shell or there's a Sicko. It's down there, and you make left over there.
What you're gonna want to do is take a right down there. Yeah.
Yeah, and as soon as you're like, I'll just pull it up my phone. No. Like, listen. Here, I'm gonna tell you how to get there. It's like, just give me the address. I don't know the address. It's like, fuck.
Yeah. It was
That
a
must
good
have been
trip.
crazy navigating with maps. I thought about that because I go to a wedding this weekend.
What,
like-
taking a literal map out?
Yeah.
Yeah.
When I was little, I used to have to hold the map for my dad.
yeah,
and
I remember
was
that.
like,
We had
this-
an atlas,
Yeah, he'd be like, what street are we on? I'm like, I have no fucking clue, dude.
right? Atlas? That's what I'm looking
Was
for,
it
right?
Road Atlas?
Yeah, Road Atlas. Yeah, it's pretty tight.
I had to pull it out and just be like, he'd be like, what street are we on? I'm like, I
You'd
don't know.
have to like flip through like Missouri, Montana,
Yeah.
Mississippi. Like we're in
like,
Pennsylvania.
Dude, I don't know. This is a bunch of little lines, dude. That's a sick weekend, though.
It was. Flew back. The guy on the flight in front of me was playing Total War, my game. I've never
What?
even seen it in public.
How do you
I
play?
was fuming. I was so jealous. I didn't bring my laptop.
How was he playing on the flight?
He has a laptop.
Oh, with Wi-Fi.
Yeah. I was
Were you peeping?
just peeping in between the seats,
Were you?
just watching how he played it.
What would you get any new? Like, what'd you think?
He was all right.
Was he?
He was all right. He was playing Medieval 2. It's a pretty sick game.
Ooh.
Yeah, but he was France. I saw the map. He went from Iberian Peninsula. He was running into the Holy Roman Empire.
What?
Phew.
Yeah,
I mean,
you're giving you the shivers. You're like, ooh, whoa, dude. Careful.
Yeah, it was a good trip.
Damn, that's awesome.
Nice trip.
Hell yeah. That's what's up, man.
Oh, before the podcast, we were talking about the offensive lineman in the intro is Quentin Nelson.
Yep. How crazy
Elite.
is that? I just picked your favorite offensive lineman.
It's crazy.
Just blindly.
It is crazy.
Crazy.
And then people were like, somebody DM'd me was like, "Yo, is that you?"
Yeah,
I was like, "Yeah, definitely.
obviously.
I played for the Colts. I'm the best offensive lineman in the NFL." But he's a jacked man. Look him up. He's a handsome fella. And
He is.
what do you think he would do to you? Matt asked me what do you think his top sexual move was?
Well, he's like a
He's the ultimate bear.
he is. He's a
I mean,
bear.
he's a grizzly.
He's like a dude who's so big he's hot by default.
Yeah.
It's like he could have any face.
And
it's
he's
like,
not like bodybuilder
no,
retarded jacked where they look
He's bear.
insane. He's like
He's bear jack.
yes. Oh God, what that guy would do to you.
I mean, I was more curious of like how he makes love to a woman. You kind of like
I
flipped it.
did
on-
switch it to what he could do to me.
Which he could. That's the thing. That's also true.
And he could do one of those things where they hold you up.
He could.
He'd put his hands onto the back of my knees and hold me in the air.
He could hold you like that and grip you by your buttocks. He would palm each of your butt cheeks and just fucking level you, dude.
What?
You know what I'm saying? He's physically capable of that. He's absolutely
way.
physically capable of holding you up and just by
Yeah.
each cheek and just.
I think I would be a hard rape for a lot of people, but he's one of the few that's
I'm not
just-
assuming he's raping you. I'm assuming it's consensual.
There's no choice. There's literally zero choice.
That must suck.
I would be
dude.
I think he'd be a tough rape.
We're just talking a man-to-man rape here, but like getting
Yes.
raped by a standing.
We're talking about the kind of rape you can joke about.
Exactly.
Male on male rape.
The very funny kind.
The funniest kind.
Dude, of him, imagine that had to happen to a dude who's like, stop, put me down. The guy's
Guy in air getting raped.
hammering him. Raped in air?
I mean, technically, there has to have been a bunch of midgets that have been raped throughout history.
Oh, yeah. You think you would do like an air doggy or just like the
Air doggy.
air
You and your
doggy's
boy?
tough, dude. Because they're not going to bend in half. If you hold a midget like that, they're not going to fold. The
they
center
don't
of gravity is perfect. They just lay perfectly like a 90-degree angle. you just air doggy them, dude.
All right, we'll change topics. My bad. I just think it's funny to imagine what Q would do to us. Quentin Nelson, dude. Sick
could fuck
nickname.
us both.
Sick nickname these days.
He would hold me.
Q.
He would hold me with one arm, and he would just take you out. And I would have to the whole time watch,
He
knowing I
could
was
bear
next.
hug both of us. He'd be like Goro.
You think he could stack us?
Yes.
It'd be stack
He
bottom.
could stack us and hold us.
Oh my god! Dude.
I would get into it. I would 69 you. I'd be underneath. I'd be watching.
You start fucking with me.
I'd watch the penetration in front of me. Just trying to catch any drops I could get.
True, I'd probably lick his sweat and stuff.
Quentin Nelson.
We'd both be front row at the next game. Be like, dude, go Colts, let's go. That'd be our settlement. How do you think the thing would go down from like us? He'd probably enlisted us for a massage. Like,
Oh,
I
you
need
think
a
he'd hit us
two-bro
with the
massage.
Watson?
Yeah, he hit us with the small towel. Remove
Yeah.
it, dude.
I don't know. That's what Sandusky was doing. He was quieting the kids with some fucking box seats and shit.
Was he really? Jesus.
Yeah.
I got to hit I was at a wedding on
Oh yeah.
Saturday. It was a blast. But they I believe the bride was from Penn State, and then I think one of my cousins went to Penn State, so he started doing the Penn State stuff, and I just got up real quick between him and his girlfriend. Maybe she went, I don't know. Just crop dusted him with a Sandusky Joe New right by them. Got him my table. Joe New walked right back to my table.
Nice.
Pretty fun. That's
They hate that.
he laughed. He had a good.
All right, good.
Yeah,
He
it's Frankie.
fake laughed.
Frankie had a good.
Oh, all right,
Frankie
all right,
laughed it
all
up.
right, all right.
But I walked by Joe New right by him.
Joe did know.
He did.
He knew all
I just
about it.
I had to settle that down. I couldn't have that on my side of the wedding. I was like, no.
No, that's Penn State weddings. Good God. We are Penn State.
Pedophiles.
We are. Yeah, you guys rape.
We are
rape kids.
complicit in horrible crimes.
Yeah, it's almost as bad as a West Virginia wedding. You ever go to one of those?
No.
People that went to WVU,
No, what do they do?
they sing country roads. They all get together in a circle, lock arms, and sing country roads. Isn't that the name of the song? Johnny Denver?
Possibly.
Yeah.
I've never got.
Take me home.
This wasn't like a full on. I've met couples who were like full on like blue and white party type things. This was like a small uprising. This was a couple
Oh,
people.
okay. It was only a couple.
I had to just stifle what I could on my side. I couldn't cover the whole ground. I should have grabbed the mic and be like, just to throw this out there, guys. You know, we should be. We
Yeah, you
should.
should have ripped the mic
Moment of silence.
and be like, DJ, play it.
There's a band.
Dragula comes in.
Oh fuck, dude! Cool down the party, dude. I had a wild night, man. I go to this wedding, and remember I told you when I did the 5 grams, I was like the idea of dancing. I was like, I'm just gonna dance anywhere I go,
Yeah.
like whatever. So
Which is gay. Not on your part.
say that. You say that. No, it's fine. You can totally.
I'm not criticizing you. I'm sorry. That came out wrong.
No, dude.
Yes.
I no. You're perfectly right to
Thank you.
assert that. That's how the elders of my family are. Like you there. That's the whole
you gotta
time.
learn from your elders, dude.
No, dude. No, you
You
can't.
can't be dancing. You're a man.
Dude, that's wrong.
You ever see dancing's for ladies?
No, it's not, dude.
It is.
It's not. It's for men, dude. Ladies, right? So here, I'll give you the full scoop. So I'm sitting there and I go, I'm gonna not really drink. I'm gonna see if I can just go enjoy myself, hit the dance floor. But, and this is, again, I'm not perfect. I take 2 microdose capsules. And then I pig out on the vape pen a little. And then and that's it. I'm like, I'm having a good time. I watched the ceremony, and I was sitting there the whole time. Like I guess it was like the maid of honor starts talking about like just how like she started bringing up like moon stuff and how like we're on like a planet, and I'm just sitting there.
Oh,
just
you were
being
probably like,
oh, this is fucking. I'm sitting
Slade
there,
knows what the fuck she's talking
Exactly.
about. Now's the time to talk moon stuff.
That's what I'm sitting there. I'm like, hell yeah, dude. She's like
Yeah.
talking about the planet and like the gravitational pull between people, and I'm like, that's a theory I've had. Yes, go on. So I'm sitting there. I'm enjoying myself. I'm having a good old time, dude. I'm sitting there enjoying myself during the ceremony. It was like the place was beautiful too. It was like in North Jersey, and So I'm sitting there being like, dude, everyone here should be like a wedding where like most of the people were on mushrooms is, I think, the way you should do it. Because I'm telling you, dude, I'm watching like this is awesome. So
booze.
Dude,
a wedding, booze, bro.
You can still have the
Ask
booze.
Jesus, bro.
You can still have
Ask
the booze.
Jesus what he would want.
He just
booze,
that's
bro.
all he had.
You don't think Jesus could conjure up some
Well,
mushrooms?
he also obviously, the chrism he blessed people with was obviously laced with cannabis, but
No.
yes, it was, dude.
No.
They know for sure. I'm sitting there, dude. I'm vibing so hard. I'm like, man, this rules. Like, this is so much to me. I'm like, this is so much better than drinking. I don't have to like sit there and get like hammered. I just took my 2 little microdose capsules. I'm having fun. So we go inside, and this place was like over the top, like high scale. Like we walk in.
Dagos?
Yes.
Yeah,
dude. First of all, they eat like pigs. Italians eat like fucking pigs, dude. They eat like pigs. I come in from the ceremony, beautiful ceremony.
What a lovely ceremony.
I got
Now
lovely
look at
ceremony.
these wop pigs.
Just eat like fucking pigs. I walk upstairs and there's one station. It's just lobster. There's like lobster tails cascading down an ice sculpture. It's like shrimp, and then a whole station of people cutting up calamari. It was awesome.
Damn.
Dude, there were 6 other stations. I just saw that and was like, this is, for a cocktail hour, this is amazing. So I started eating like scallops and shit. And then they're like, there's like 5 other stations. Dude, there's steak, bacon, sausage, sushi, lo mein. It was
Wow.
crazy. So I'm walking around just feasting, dude, eating all this stuff. Again, noticing like Italians eat like pigs. Started thinking about early COVID stuff. And I'm like, so it's like, how did Italy get hit so hard? It's like, you should see how they eat. They're pigs, dude.
They are.
This was the most piggish display. Again, I just wanted to be polite, so I obviously joined in and ate as much as humanly
feasted.
possible. Yeah,
Yes.
I wanted to be polite. So I had like a lot of bacon. I was just like ripping. I would go back and forth to these tables, just eating sausage, I'll just ate meat.
Been there.
Yeah, dude, it was sick.
Every wedding.
It was so
Those fucking people walking around with the appetizers.
Didn't even have
they
them.
can't even get away from me.
Dude, this was like a
Follow 'em.
this was like a 5-station buffet that you could just, and like there was no line because there's so many different options. So I just kept hitting dude. There was these long shrimps on sticks that, oh, dude, it was crazy.
Yeah, I'd have a tough time there.
I pigged. Again, when in Rome. So
That's
one
why they
among
say
the
that.
Italians.
Yeah.
One among the Italians, dude.
Yes.
I didn't want to shame them with like my austere Irish diet. I could have went there and ate like a small bit of mashed potatoes and a small piece of shitty meat.
Yeah.
And like
And then
1 or
got
2 green
blacked
beans.
out, hammered, and laid on the ground.
But I was like, let me honor these people by enjoying their sumptuous feast. So I pig out.
That's why Italian women get fat as hell
Yeah, dude.
when they get older.
Yeah.
Become blimps.
It's there. It's waiting to happen. Some don't. Some don't. But
Rarely.
yeah, they can't.
Most of the time, they become fat blimps.
You can't blame them, dude.
No, how
They're
could
getting force fed
they're getting the fucking fine gravy every night?
every Sunday, bro. Fine gravy, long dinners, dude. The wine is like, to not have wine is unthinkable. So I got a little taste. I was like, it's pretty cool. So by this time, I decided. I said, you know what? I'm having a good time.
Yeah.
Let's eat a weed gummy.
Ooh.
What the heck? What the heck,
Yeah.
dude? I'm having a good time. I'm not really drinking much. I'll eat a weed gummy, dude. I forgot when you're on, even if you're on a little bit of psilocybin, it really heightens the effects of weed,
Oh, no.
dude. This thing, fucking. Long story short, dude. I get done pigging out. This weed gummy kicks in on me, and I'm like, I was like fucked up. Dude.
Yeah.
I was pretty fucked up. Not like I was cool. I was holding it down, but like I would like catch myself just like staring. It's because I was like analyzing my family, being like, because everyone started getting drunk, and I'm like,
Yeah, I saw Billy had a couple cocktails.
silly Billy.
Yeah.
Oh, Billy was White Claw Billy to the
I
fullest.
saw old White Claw
So
Billy.
I'm watching White Claw Billy. I'm watching him and my cousin Joey were out on a mission, dude, trying to get ass, dude. It was so fucking funny.
Sad, dude.
Dude, I mean, they're two
boys.
bros. They're two bros. They're two lone bros. So they're out there, dude, trying to get ass. And I'm like sitting there, like every now and again, one of my cousins would just be staring at me because I would just be like this for like 2 minutes, like, and then I'd look up to like my cousin from across the table, just being like, I'd look at them like, what up? And they'd be like, I'm like, all right.
Yeah.
So
How well do you know that cousin?
pretty well.
They
Like,
probably think you're.
Oh, my whole that's what my paranoia was starting to base around. That my family thought I was like a drug freak
Yeah.
because I would like and Brittany had a couple pops, so like she was like starting to fade on me a little. So that was my main thing. I was like, "Are we too fucked up for this wedding?" And I was like, "Fuck, dude,
Really?
fuck, we failed as a couple, dude. We were fucking retarded." And then like I was like, "Shit," and then again but I would like oscillate between that and be like, "Nah, dude, you're totally cool."
I have been too fucked up for several weddings.
Yeah, but
You don't know.
That's the thing. But when
I rolled an ankle at a wedding, fell down in the front yard.
that's the difference between drinking and doing like light
True.
hallucinogens at a party. And I might toss that out as the challenge of this summer, hallucinogenic wedding challenge. Dude, it's so fucking fun. I was a blast. Again, there was changed with little bits of paranoia, but dude, I would sit there and like
There's
analyze.
nothing better than a wedding drunk. Getting fucked up at a wedding.
Hitting the dance floor on a weed gummy and some mushrooms. This
when you got to take a bus back to the hotel with everybody.
True.
You ever get on one of those?
I dipped. No,
Everybody's screaming.
we took one there. It was everyone was
Yeah.
saying I smelled like weed and being like, "What the fuck?" And I was like,
Well, it's weed.
But I was like, I don't care about
Because
that.
I'm high.
But I also thought it was somewhat of a false flag because I only had a vape pen on me. So I think someone was just trying to conjure up the beef on me.
That'd probably be Bill.
Wasn't Bill.
That sounds like a sign.
Although I did have weed gummies, so they might have stunk on me. I don't know. But people were on my ass from the beginning of this
Really?
thing. A
Get
little
off
bit.
my fucking back.
People, no, I was chilling, dude. The whole time I'm like, hey man, it's no big deal.
The hell off my back. I'm not high.
I'm fucking chilling. I'm not that high. I'm microdosing. You can't explain this to people. They're like, what?
I'm just taking a little bit of mushrooms.
I took a creative dose and I'm dancing with my family.
So, yeah, you hit the dance floor.
Dude, so I'm sitting there, I'm with Bay, and I'm like, fuck man, we're falling apart.
We got to turn this thing
We
around.
got to turn around and say, Bay, dance floor, let's go. We hit the dance floor, dude. So I started, I'm just doing my little stuff, and out of nowhere, Bay comes alive. Bring her to the dance floor. She just fucking, lights come on.
It's time for the percolator.
Dude, she goes, yeah, exactly. She goes, look, here's all you got to do. Here's the secret to dancing. When the drums hit, just hit your feet as the drums hit, like you're playing the drums with your feet. Dude, it hit me like a revelation. I was like, what the fuck? And I'm like, I remember just telling her, I'm like, did you just give me the black secret? And I was like, I fully understood what rhythm
Personal
was.
color secret.
Sorry, excuse me, POC secret.
The BIPOC.
The PO secret, dude.
The BIPOC secret.
And I was like, it was so funny to me because for the longest time would just be like, just like, da 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 da, and I'm like, oh, that's all you got to do, just match your feet to. I'm like, that's what rhythm. Dude, the whole thing was like a revelation. I'm like, that's what rhythm is. You're just moving in sync to the music, but specifically with the drums. I was like,
You should come out to Hot for Teacher. See how that works.
Oh, you
No,
follow
beginning?
Oh yeah, easily, dude.
Come out, chop your feet.
Dude, so
That
we're
would
out
be pretty
there.
sick.
I have this profound revelation where I'm like, this is how rhythm works. I'm having a blast, dude. I'm
You're high.
dancing my ass off.
You're high.
I was on a creative
I can
dose.
see music.
I was on a creative dose, dude. I was on a creative dose. I'm just fucking
You're high off your ass. Dancing like a damn idiot.
having so much fucking fun, dude. I was having a blast.
Yeah, that is fun.
And then, it was so fun. And then it all gets crowded. And then, so I had to take a break. I got I was having so much fun that I almost was like, dude, take a breather. So I went to the bathroom, gave myself a little mirror talk, and then the whole thing flipped back around where I'm like, you're good to go. And just went out
Wow.
there. She went and sat down. She's like, go out and dance. Like Billy was out there dancing with my mom strictly because he was trying to let girls see him and get ass.
Oh God.
Silly Billy was in full effect.
Oh, that's so sad. I didn't. He sent me the video of you and him and his mom dancing.
He knew what he was doing.
I did not know.
Any of my female cousins or cousins' wives, like, oh, that's so sweet what Billy's doing. I'm like, he's trying to get ass, and they're like, oh, come on.
He told me it was for a sweet reason.
You're trying. What do you say?
He was like, my dad didn't want to dance. So I was like, Mom, I'll dance with you. Like,
And that's true. That is true.
that is true. But you're right that it was definitely he was laying a trap. That was bait.
Yeah.
That's
He's using my
pussy bait.
mom's pussy bait, dude.
You can't use your mom as pussy bait.
I mean, dude, you can. I mean, again, it's a wedding. These guys, him and Joey are hard stags. Joey at one point took off his belt and started doing limbo on the dance floor. These guys were getting after it, dude, trying to get ass so any means necessary.
Yeah. Well,
So I'm sitting there with Britt, and she's like, "Look, I'm gonna chill out. Like, just go back out there and go have fun with Billy and your family." And I was like, "I'm not gonna go out there by myself." And then I was like, "Yeah, I probably should, dude." I just danced by myself the entire night. It was so fun.
Damn.
It was so fun.
your cousins definitely think you are like
I had so much fun.
special needs.
Whatever, dude.
I think Matt's getting
Dude, I just rose up
Matt's
against
in trouble.
the elders of the family,
You're
dude.
at your table.
The elders of the
You
family,
went out and danced by yourself.
dude, with my newfound moves, dude. Fucking
Yeah.
step
You
into
got
the
some
jungle.
good moves though. I'll give you that.
Dude, you thought I did. And I thought I always thought I kind of stunk. But dude, now that I'm equipped with my next challenge, I got to go to a BIPOC wedding.
I do want you to know the time in Chicago when you danced at that person of color circus.
Yes. Universal Circus. Yes.
And they picked you out of the audience to dance.
Which was racist.
As
Yes.
the white man. They
tried
said,
to-
this
they-
will be funny. They tried to clown on you.
It did?
And then the crowd went crazy when you hit the moves.
Yeah.
Have you ever seen a video of a autistic kid at a high school in a dance off? And the crowd goes, oh, no matter what they
Yeah,
do.
True.
I am afraid that could have been what happened to you.
No, I killed it, dude.
Well, that's exactly what the autistic kid at the high school thought. So you got to be careful because it could have been that. Now, I saw the moves,
Hold on, let me think.
but I think I also might be
My
in your
footwork,
friend
my
group.
footwork was nasty, dude.
Footwork was
I was a
nasty.
little uptight at
That's
first.
always the autistic kids when they get in the dance, they fucking swing their feet
So
around.
I hit a couple of those like I hit a couple of DVRs. I hit a couple Dance Dance Revolution moves at the wedding.
That's the autistic.
And that's when people would be like, "All right, dude, that's enough of you."
It's too bad there weren't any Asians there. They would have been like, holy
Oh, my
shit, this
God.
guy's good.
That was like 100,000 point combo, dude.
Dude, I do want you to know, I should have picked up on it before.
Man, that's
but
true.
like the autistic kid in the dance circle
Yeah.
at the black school, the person of color school, he has a couple white boys that he's friends with that are also nerds.
Yeah.
So when the crowd goes nuts, they're like, this guy's killing
This
it.
guy's killing it.
They don't know.
This is the fundamental.
Universe Soul Circus might have.
No, I killed it. I'm telling you because when I wasn't killing
I know
it,
you
they
still
were
have the
laughing.
footage. I'm going to have to review it.
Please do.
And
Please
we
review.
might need to put it in the intro if it's not too bad.
Oh, please, yeah, no,
if
for
it's
sure.
not too bad,
100%.
I would hate to put that on you. I'm sorry I
100%.
just did that.
No, please put that out there.
Okay.
I'm actually that's some of my early dance, part of like my dance portfolio.
And
That's
could
my
you
early
make
stuff.
it in the intro a montage of autistic kids dancing in dance
Yes,
circles?
please. No, that would be sick.
God, man.
Dude, here's the
And
fundamental.
I do think there is a difference. It's just a theory I have.
Here's the thing. Here's the fundamental mind switch. It's total doesn't matter.
Of course, it
Because
doesn't.
dude, exactly.
not matter.
When I was there, it was like all of the grumpiness and weirdness I would do, and I would sit there and be like, "Why does she want to make me dance? I don't want to dance."
Yeah.
I'm like, I'm just gonna get out there, and not even for myself, just add to the vibe of the party, and I did
Yeah, that's
big
it.
time. Might have freaked out. My family might be like, "What the fuck?"
I start out as a grumpus. I start out
gotta
like,
add to the-
I don't get like pouty. I'm just like, I'm not fucking dancing. And it's not a big deal. Go dance.
Yeah.
I'm going to get hammered. And then I get hammered and I'm like, oh, what am I doing? I should get out there.
That's the standard move.
Yeah.
Which again, that rules too. Coming in, dude, I'm telling
Once I
you.
hear shout, I'm sitting there. I'm like, I got to get out there.
Mine's Montel Jordan. This is how we do it. That fucking rip. I
See,
fly out of my seat.
That's
like
a good.
vampire.
That's a good bait song for Dragula. Next time you get the touch tunes,
Yeah.
toss that on.
Yeah.
Everybody will start dancing. Then fucking.
Fuck, something's happening. I don't know what it is,
Yeah,
dude. But
that's
yeah,
tight though.
the rest of the night was very fun. Dancing with silly Billy, watching Billy out there having fun.
Love
dude, was
seeing Billy have
pumping me
fun.
up. Brother Kevin got out there.
Really?
Classic Stiff McGriff, dude. Got out
He
there.
is a Stiff McGriff.
Tin Man, dude.
He was timid.
He was moving, dude. I'm telling you, I was vibing so hard it was rubbing off on the whole floor.
That makes sense.
At one point, the funniest part was they started. I hate when my family does this. They started doing like a circle thing.
Oh yeah,
where
every
everyone
family does it.
pigged
It's
out
so
went right in the
embarrassing.
middle to an abs. Like someone obviously the bride came in. Everyone's like, yeah, and the couple like, yeah. I busted some moves. I bombed in the circle, and then this was like, got out and was like, not a big deal, dude.
Oh,
Not a big
I
deal.
bet were the brothers excited to tell you bombed? Did anybody tell you?
No, I just
right.
kept it pushing.
Well, that's a good sign.
Dude, I'm telling you,
if you're self-aware of bombs dancing,
And I was like, back out. Let's get back out there, dude.
yeah, take an L.
I'm equipped with the rhythm, dude. My 2-steps unstoppable right now. Here's my challenge for myself.
don't
The BIPOC
don't do
wedding.
any dance challenge.
No, I am. The BIPOC wedding.
I am.
The BIPOC wedding I'm going to, I believe, in July. No microdoses. I'm going to try to do it stone sober and go out there and just dance my ass off.
I promise that's impossible.
That's what I think. Dude, it's been keeping me up at
But
night.
impossible is nothing, dude. You could sober dance at a BIPOC wedding.
I'll be like probably the only white dude.
Definitely.
I'm going to go out there, dude, and just stone sober.
Definitely the only white dude dancing by himself.
True.
If you go,
Well,
dude,
Brittany-
what if there's a circle?
I'll join into it, dude. I'll do what I got to
Get
do.
into the circle.
Perhaps more of a train, but maybe a circle too. Might be more of a 2-line structure. I don't know if the circle's gonna happen.
True.
There's not much of a circle there because everybody like the circles usually it's kind of like a, let's say, a whiter defense mechanism to be like, oh, you suck out and you're like, no, I'm participating, but then you're just like, you go do it, and then you kind of watch.
Yeah.
Dude, you go to a black wedding, it's the
line?
opposite. You're fucking gay if you don't dance. People are like, they'll come up and be like, you okay?
Yeah.
But there are. It's funny because there are black people who aren't good at dancing, and they kind of like
They lean back.
they just lean back or they'll sit. Like, I mean, yeah, if they could just sit there, and just act
back.
like they had that thing on them. Like, I would dance, but I got a fucking gun.
Yeah, I can't.
I brought a
I'm
gun
liable
to this party
Drop
and it-
this and have it discharge and kill someone here.
But it is funny seeing the black dudes who like kind of stink at it, and they will kind of like stand off, and there's the whole, it's a big deal. But yeah, dude, that's my personal. And again, I could, if you just take a microdose or two, like a little like 0.2, 0.3 dose and go dance or go just to a wedding, it's fun, dude.
Dude, I can't.
It's so fun.
I cannot.
Because
I can on mushrooms. Mushrooms would be fun.
It's a mental shift, dude. When you take yourself out of the equation, you're just like, I'm just a being serving the fucking this function of this party, and like my personal outcomes irrelevant. Such a mindset change, dude. I had so much fun. We left early. Though.
I believe you.
We got out. We got out early. Well, Bay was tired, and they didn't know it wasn't
Send
over.
her to bed.
It wasn't over till 12:30.
Blackout.
She offered. She was like, "I'll go," and I said, "Bay."
That's a trap.
Yeah.
I'm not going to fight you tomorrow because of this.
I said, "Let's go."
Or in an hour when you text and say, "When are you coming home?"
Yeah. No, I was, I'd had enough. I also, this was the other thing too, dude. This was the possibly the weirdest part of the whole thing. So I'm sitting there. I'm at the table between little bouts on the floor.
Did Spud go?
No, he wasn't there. Dude,
I'd like to see him dancing.
he tears it up. Spud hits the floor. Spud doesn't stop, dude. He goes hard as fuck.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, man.
Spud hits the floor just like a little kid and just hits it hard as fuck.
Why'd you say that?
It's just pure joy.
Oh, okay.
I remember seeing him one time at a wedding, and it's just absolute pure joy. He has a good time.
I can imagine him at the McCusker things dancing on a table like the Hobbits. And everyone's standing around with like mead. And he's up there. Spud, I love you.
I
know he's listening to this. I'm not. There's
he
nothing-
he actually is pumped about Hobbit Dome, actually.
Yeah. Hobbits rule.
True. The
Sorry, Spud. I feel bad. I don't want
they
to.
don't feel bad. He
hurt
knows
his
Joshua.
feelings.
He
I know
knows
right
Joshua.
now he's painting and he just put his brush down and went, "What the fuck?"
Do you think he went out for coffee?
Right now.
He slapped the brush.
He just heard these words.
Slapped the brush against
put his
the
brush
can.
down. I was like, "What the fuck's his problem? Fuck him."
True. Yeah, well.
That's a beef, dude. Me and
That's
Spud are
instant
now
beef.
beefing.
You guys are now
Fuck
beefing.
you, Spud. I know you're listening to this. Piece of shit.
Dude, so I'm sitting there. I'm at the wedding, and I'm like, I'm like, there was parts where I was kind of like sitting there, like that weed gummy fucking took me by storm, man. That was the thing that like turned it into kind of a somewhat kind of like dubious situation. And
Doobie.
so I'm sitting there and like, dude, out of the corner of my eye, I see this dude, and I could have sworn he was looking at me like, what the
He's
fuck
giving
is
you. He's me mugging you.
No, here's the thing. So I'm sitting there and I look back and I'm like, the guy's just like staring at nothing. And I go, holy shit, dude. Like, does my mind lightly hallucinate judgment all the time? Like, I'm like, what the fuck's that guy? And I'm like, I'll like see, this was like a weird thing I kind of experienced while I was there. I was like, I think I mildly hallucinate in my waking hours, like judgmental looks and stuff that just don't exist. My mind just projects them out onto people. And then I just sat there being like,
In your waking hours?
Floor. Yeah, like apparently, and I've read about this before, but like people will like minorly hallucinate little things that like just didn't happen at all. Like you'll read like a sign, you could have sworn it said something else, and you look at it again, you're like, well, my mind just literally projected something on there. So I was like, I think I do that a lot.
Well, I think that's probably, if I had to guess, just a hunt. Like that's how your mind works.
Yeah,
like
exactly.
You interpreting every single person's face towards you.
Exactly.
So it probably gets them wrong. And then sometimes when you're nuts, it's just totally wrong all the time.
Yeah, but like
what are you looking
you know how you fill in like like when you look at that thing where it's like is it a candle or is it two faces, that kind of thing, and really it's neither. It's just this blob that you kind of assign.
It's
meaning
shit.
to. Yeah, it's just a bunch of bullshit.
Yeah.
So I think like that's what they kind of talk about. I caught it out of the corner of my eye, and my mind was like put in the picture of a guy
This
being like,
motherfucker.
and I looked, and they just wasn't even looking at me, and I was like, how often do I hallucinate judgment in my waking hours? Oh man, I gotta hit the floor.
I bet he was looking at you.
Probably.
He was definitely looking at you like, damn, this guy's high as fuck. And he saw you like,
I do this when I get too high. I'm like, start rubbing my chest. I'm like,
I had to go home. I was down in Tampa way.
you're in Tampa?
I ate a weed edible somebody gave me.
Yeah, dude.
I was crushing beers, crushing the brewskis, chilling, having a good time. A dude was a EMT or a surgeon, I think, and he was telling me about just horrific stories. Just horrific, like terrible injuries and surgeries and shit. And then the weed edibles hit. And I was just like, I started doing this. I was like, as soon as I realized I was doing this, like while talking, like a guy was talking to me, and I was like, I was like, oh, I have to go home. I was like, I got to go home right now.
Put yourself to bed.
Yeah, and a bunch of the people were like, no, stay. And then the manager came out and was like, no, he should leave. He's got a show tomorrow. He's got to leave right now. I was like, thank you.
How strong was it?
I don't know. I think I could have sworn she said 10 milligrams.
Dude,
which is nothing.
That's my beef. So I got these things I got out and I was out in Chicago for
But
the
it was enough
graduation
that I
party.
was just like, I have to leave.
That's dude. So I got these things from Chicago when I was out for my sister-in-law's graduation party. It's illegal out there. So I went and got a bunch of weed gummies, flew back with them. You can't stop me. And dude, they say they're fucking 10 milligrams. I'll like eat half of them. And again, you know, being on a microdose ramps them up. But even the one day I ate one when I was in Chicago for the graduation party, dude, I was stuck. And I was like, these have to have more.
Yeah.
Stop me right in my tracks, dude.
Yeah.
I was like sauteing.
True. I got these edibles out of like a lady's truck in Tampa.
Dude.
They tried to give me a joint, and I was like, nah, I'm not going to smoke. And she was like, I have some edibles. And I was like, yeah, I'll have one.
Take one of those.
I just got it out of like a lady's glove compartment.
Well, here's the thing.
It was probably like 150. I was just like,
This package says 100, but I always thought it's 100 total. So it's like, and they're definitely not 100, but they're supposed to be 10 a piece.
yeah.
Dude, these things were like fucking knocking my socks off. And then that's when I had the half of one at a wedding. I was like, oh, you half. Dude,
Still rocked you?
Pluto, bro. I was just sitting there like, what the? But what happens too is when you mix them, because it's like a jelly mixture.
Yeah.
So you pour in like if you're using.
Yeah,
like,
I've had some of your gummies.
exactly. So you're using like
Yeah,
a
every
dis-
once in a while you hit a landmine. You're just
exactly.
like,
Because
no.
it's like water and oil, and then if you're using distillate, obviously it's a little different. But a lot of times, like you're just mixing sludge. So like,
Yeah.
there's nothing stopping if it's distillate or if it's like a coconut oil. It's going to concentrate in certain areas. So sometimes you eat one, it's a dud. Sometimes you eat one, you go, this is like 4 in
Yeah,
1.
this is a major problem.
This is a fucking
Yeah.
major one. So
Dude,
I
remember how Mecky used to crush those things?
crush them, man.
That's fucking weird.
Well, here's the thing. A lot of times, you know, some people.
R.I.P. Mecky,
R.I.P. Mackie.
former friend.
Remember how?
Man, I miss my dogs, dude.
Man, dude, what's he been up to?
I don't know.
What?
I don't talk to him
Why?
because he abandoned me.
Hit him up, dude.
He left me.
There's no time for that. Hit him up.
I hit him up. He doesn't answer sometimes.
Really?
What the fuck, Mecky?
Dude.
We used to be dogs, dude.
The hell
I'm
are you
beefing
doing?
with Maxter.
Yeah.
I'm beefing with me and Spud. A tough beef
Obviously,
right
you guys
now.
are beefing right now.
I did. Look, I fired first, but I'm gonna keep the fucking foot on
Keep a
the pedal.
Keep
dude.
a strong defense, dude. That was another thing I started laughing at recently is when I go for walks, how much I'll pretend to argue with people in my head constantly.
Oh, yeah.
It's a fucking problem.
It is.
I'll like walk by a person, think what they might be thinking about, like in terms of like, especially with the mask shit. I'll walk by a person, see them like, if I think they're thinking a thing about me, I'll walk for a block and a half and be like, and then if they were to turn around and say this, I'd be like, yeah, dude, well, fuck you then. I'm like,
Yeah.
it got physical. I'm like, I'll catch myself being like, dude, you're out on a relaxing walk. Why are you fighting with people? in
Yeah,
your head,
that's
you
how it
fucking
always ends.
Psychopath.
Soder had a funny joke about how he gets in shower fights. Like every time he's in the shower, he like battles one of his friends, and then he's like, "This is how low self-esteem I have. I lose." He gets in shower arguments. He's like, "You know what? You have a good point. I'm gonna work on that."
Yeah, man, that's a tough one. I that's been something I've been paying attention to a lot. Like how when I see a person, like whenever you see a stranger, especially, it's just like you have this like mental, not explosion, but like it just sets off a physical. If it's a girl, sets off a certain physical reaction.
Your penis.
Your penis and your fucking even your heartbeat, and then you.
Really?
Yeah, if you see a hot chick, your heart
starts
speeds up.
pumping
Heart
shit
starts
to your
speeding up.
dick,
Yeah, it
and it's
speeds
like,
up.
Get her.
Go. Get some pussy. You see a certain type. If I see a dude who's like taller than me and well put together, I'm like, what a dick. Instantly, you're like,
What's his fucking
problem?
What's he doing?
And how
Trying
like,
to
all
show
day-
me up in front of the
Yeah,
pussy?
What the fuck's his problem, dude?
There's pussy here.
Tuesday afternoon, everyone should be wearing basketball
What are you,
shorts. dude.
6'5"?
Yeah, what the fuck?
That is true though about everyone where it should be wearing basketball.
Yeah,
shorts.
man. Come on, man. What the fuck
Yeah,
do you think I got going
yeah.
on? But it's like, dude, I'm like
Disgusts me when men stop dressing up.
outfits, bro.
Outfits?
Dude. But this is how my brain works.
Can you imagine an outfit?
I mean, dude, unless it matches. If it perfectly, Noah looks good. Dude.
Noah, you look like a damn fool.
Noah, let the people be the judge. I'm saying,
Oh, we're cutting to the Trump flag camera.
no, I'm saying go right there.
I'll go and run.
There's a Trump flag over there. You can't see it.
My
You're not
brother put
allowed
it
to
up.
see it.
My brother put it up. It's his house.
It's not funny.
We and Shane wanted a gay flag.
Dude, you don't want to do this. You don't want to do this to
him
yourself. Crouch down. Take a nice
Give him front
squat in
center,
front of
dude.
it. Show them your bolo.
Squat like the native.
This is the type of foolishness we have.
Dude, so Noah actually told me an interesting story, dude.
I'm excited for people to see that.
He went to a party. Noah dressed like that to a party.
You went to a damn
His
party
mom
like that?
scolded him.
Oh, good. Your mom was like,
Tell
why
us
are you
the-
dressed
tell
like a
us the story.
damn
Tell us-
asshole?
I went to my my grandma's birthday party,
And the polo.
To Polo, dude. That's out of respect.
and I got
That's actually
hammered.
pretty tight.
I was drinking gin and tonics.
So, and also you wore a Hawaiian shirt with a bolo tie.
Yeah. Well, no, it wasn't a Hawaiian. It was like a like
Like that.
Hawaiian type.
style.
Yeah.
stripe?
Pale blue, red and like lime green stripes, vertical stripes. And
Your mom must have just been devastated.
my mom.
She
Oh, my
must
mom.
have just been like,
My mom didn't go,
What?
but I walked out and saw her before I left, and she said,
"You're like
know,
a slut leaving the house." She's like, "Where are you going wearing that?"
she said, if you went out with me, you wouldn't be dressed like that. And I said, I think I look sharp, and she said, you don't look sharp at all. And I'm like,
Well, that's actually
Well,
a good response for you.
no.
I like that.
Yeah, it is. And
I think I look sharp.
his dad
think- I
goes,
think
his
I look
dad's
sharp.
like, you look fucking
Your
good.
dad thought you
yeah,
looked sharp?
I walked to the truck.
Is your dad a
Dad's all-
fucking idiot also?
My dad went, I like what you got going on right
Yeah.
there.
Pretty sick bolo tie, son.
Dude, polo with a short sleeve dress
You might
shirt.
end up getting your dick sucked at your grandma's party.
I'm fully on board with the bolo, dude.
I do think it looks cool. I take back my criticism. I apologize.
Thank you. I think it looks tight.
That's
think it
what I'm
does.
talking about, dude. When dudes should have to get pussy off shit like that. You got you got twin horses on the top of
Bro, hand painted.
that? Hand painted twin
Whoa.
horses on the top. Damn, dude.
Damn.
I might get one of those LED belts that like says something like I'm the best or something. Did you ever see those? Just sag real hard.
Sorry, I was
with
just
LED.
trying to figure out how to make FUBU for retards by retards about the bolo tie, but I couldn't. So some retard hand painted two horses.
Oh, fuck.
Another retard picked it up and was like, "It's pretty sharp." You shouldn't say that word, and we're going to retire it soon.
True.
This is our last couple months saying it, all right? We're sorry. We're growing.
Once Biden dies in office and Kamala takes over.
That'll probably be next episode. dude.
Yeah, probably.
He's
What's
coming.
the boy up to?
I'll tell you what he's doing. He's giving out $300 for every child under 6 years old to every parent.
Wait,
Under 150,
no strings?
under 150K a month? Yes.
He's just, here you go.
The whole government, yes. $300 a month for every child.
So he's starting somewhat of a UBI
Kind of, except it's
based on cheering.
just for it's rewarding having children and making less money.
Huh.
I know that's kind of how welfare works, but I think we're going to run into a lot of people being like, I'm not going to work.
Oh, yeah.
And that's trouble. I know
Yeah.
these sound like conservative values, but it also could be reality.
What if the society was underpinned by like a lot of people not trying to be productive at all?
Yeah, and then everybody's talking about like inflation, and
Yeah.
it seems like kind of the worst thing to do if we're facing inflation is just keep printing money and sending it to
Yeah. I mean,
everybody.
yeah, I'll be curious to see what
Like,
happens.
it's time for. Now, this isn't exactly what I'm saying.
Sure.
It's a touchy subject. I don't want to offend any people of color.
You think it's just people of color?
No, not just.
You think he's
certainly not?
he's
But
yeah.
I think they're gonna try to be like, all right, it's time for equality. Let's go ahead and just give everybody money.
Yeah.
It's like,
Well,
I don't
dude,
know if that's gonna work.
I was in the I know. No, I know.
I shouldn't try to.
I know what you're
even-
saying. He's-
I mean, I don't know what I'm saying.
No, he's
I'm so dumb, dude. I'm
he's
so sorry,
playing to his
everybody.
base. I know what you're saying. He's playing to his base,
Yeah.
and he's gonna start trying to do some like, yo,
Wouldn't this be cool?
let's go.
Also, don't worry about Israel.
Yeah, dude. Yeah, it's fucking dude.
You
it's-
like Israel?
who me?
Yeah.
I wish they would all just.
What are you, anti-Semitic or something?
I know, dude. No, dude. Apparently, there's some Jewish people I
Little
respect.
catch-20 Jew.
But no, dude. I was sitting there with Brittany's mom. We're going to the airport, and she got a robocall that was like from like I don't know, some like Czechoslovakian dude being like, "Oh, you identified as a person of color," and she's like, "Yes." He was like, "What do you think about the vaccine? Do you have access to it?" And she's like, "Yeah, blah, blah, blah." He's like, "Do you think that schools should require children to all get vaccinated? And if not, they cannot go to school?" And I'm in the back like, what the fuck is this? And like,
Yeah.
do you agree, 1 to 5, do you agree that everybody should get it under 12 years old and that it is very safe and that you should get it every year as opposed to... And I'm sitting there being like, what fucking kind of market research? What kind of... And then he would stop between every like 4... like super creepy dystopian questions, he would stop and be like, do you agree that it is people of color are disadvantaged? And okay, so should children be forced to get the vaccine in order to play the sports? And I'd be sitting there like, dude, this is fucking crazy.
I
It's
like
like
it.
I think the narrative they got going right now is like, don't let the man tell you can't get the vaccine. You just
Yeah,
fucking...
yeah.
So they're playing to this whole thing of like, be a revolutionary and step up.
I might get it.
I'm addicted to it, dude.
The vax?
Yeah, I've gotten it like
keep
I've been very
tracks.
closeted about it. I've been very closeted about it. I've gotten all of them.
I'm thinking about getting it.
I've gotten all of them.
But you know why I haven't gotten it yet? It's because I'm lazy.
Yeah, I haven't
That's
gotten
really
it because
it.
I'm genuinely. I don't take fucking Advil. I don't take Tylenol or Advil. So they're like, here, take this.
Yeah.
I'm like, I'll wait for it. I also don't want to jump the line, bro. You know, I want to make sure everyone who's more vulnerable than me can get it. So I'm going to wait another 65 years probably.
Yeah.
And then I'll, you know, maybe
consider it.
Yeah. But there's now talking about what I got from that robocall. They're going to try to like do a 2-for-1 flu COVID shot. And they're going to start trying to give it out to people once a year. So that's what I got from the thing. But I think they're also trying to really pump up kids to get it too.
I'd be sick if that's how America collapsed. If the vaccine ended up just wiping everyone out in like a year.
It's possible.
What a catastrophic failure of an empire.
Yeah, that would stink.
That'd be pretty sick. Just be like Jonestown, except the whole country.
Just the vax.
Just everyone just laying down dead, and then just patriots emerge. Patriots and black dudes emerge.
True, dude. Well, that's the other thing too. A lot of the stuff I read is like they talk about like they call it vaccine hesitation. Well, apparently too. I think they also now they include anti-vaxxer as people who are against mandated vaccines. If that makes sense. They're like, well, that's an anti-vaxxer. And it's like, I got shots. When people are like, hey, here's a new one, take it now. I'm like,
yeah, hold on. Hold up.
I just believe in science. I'm like, let's let the scientific process on play in its fullest. I want to do more of a meta-analysis on everyone who gets it first. But I just fucking love science, dude.
I love science too. YouTube, don't deplatform us.
True.
We love science, dude. I'm getting it. I'm gonna get it. All right, just give me a minute. Jesus.
Will they shoot it in my thigh, or does it have to be the arm? Because my veins are already, dude. They're fucking.
What's that word when someone's veiny?
Vascular.
Vascular. Yeah, look at that.
Come on, dude.
Damn.
You know that's all I cared about when I was in 5th grade. All I cared about were pubes. I needed pubes. And
veins
I saw older
were
kids
so
who
nice
had
when
fucking
you
veins.
had veins.
I didn't have veins.
Like I got one on my hand and I was like, yeah,
dude. That's what I'm saying. I remember just being like,
I went home and opened chips. I was like,
I remember when this came.
Down.
This came in and I was
that's
like,
a big one.
Woo!
That's
fuck yeah,
one.
dude. I would just chill with my pubes and my fucking veins and just be like, what the fuck is up,
who's gonna
dude?
Stop me.
Can't come yet, but that's coming.
And Fauci came. You're like, motherfucker,
Fuck you,
dude.
dude.
How dare you? Dude. We're not taking the vax. We're back, dude. Fuck YouTube. I got too many veins.
Yeah, I don't know. Again, I think people should do what they want. I'm right now battling addiction to the vaccine.
I bet it's all right to take.
Most people are fine.
If I had to guess.
Most people are fine. Hoss has been sending me some research.
I don't trust his research.
It's based off the CDC. And it's nothing crazy. It's just the unexplained deaths kind of jumped significantly. But
yeah, what was
from 500 to 3,600.
What's interesting is right now my mom, dad, and sister all have colds.
Really?
And then I think my dad did like a doctor over the phone thing.
Yeah.
And the doctor was like, no, you guys just have colds. You're fine. I was like, dude, 3 months ago, they would have been like, you have COVID. Yeah, definitely.
Dude. Get out of the house.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. I think we're coming out of it, but they want to hit that 70% mark. So they're going to start vaccinating the children. And once they hit that 70% mark, then it's kind of like, all right, we'll just start selling this shit every year. It'll be like the flu shot. In 2 years, it'll be like, you don't get the flu shot and nobody gives a fuck.
Yeah.
It'll be like that in a couple of years, man. But, for now, the funny part is the masks. Like, people don't know what to do with themselves.
Masks is tough.
People don't know what to do with themselves.
I still feel a little like I should be wearing a mask.
Outside, you don't have to.
I know. Oh, of course, outside.
Within
rarely
the place.
do that. But if I walk in somewhere, I'm like, I have to wear this.
I just launched a pretty decent experiment in it. I was at a wedding of about 200 people, dancing my ass off, dude.
Yeah.
So, stay tuned.
See if you get it.
I think I'm fine.
Yeah,
I think I'm fine.
Around about.
True.
Every weekend, I'm around 500 people, and then I get on airplanes.
But yeah, no, I
probably get vaxxed.
I go to the playground.
For the people.
Well, this is what they're saying.
No, you got vaxxed, you fucking young hippie.
I did.
Yeah, I knew you
got
did,
vaxxed?
you fucking
You guys,
traitor.
what about you, Gardini?
Guard dog holding strong, dude.
Bro, I wish I didn't know. It fucked me up.
You couldn't
Don't
see
get
it,
the
right?
vaccine, yo.
What happened to you?
Bro, I got like right after I got it, it fucked me up for 2 days. I was so sore and I couldn't eat. I had a headache. It was fucked up.
Are you able to
That's
reproduce?
why I got that bolo tie.
Bro, probably not.
Gardini's taking shots at you. You might have to whoop Actually, Gardini will wail on you. He's a
Bro, I
fucking-
fucked
they're both
Gardenia,
wrestlers.
bro.
Wow, you guys are both wrestlers?
Yeah.
You guys should. What are we
Oh,
doing?
he took the mic from Gardini.
What the hell are we doing?
We're a team. We don't fight.
True.
You guys
True,
are road
yeah,
dog
true.
and the badass. The New Age Outlaws.
Hell yeah.
You guys, you would never wrestle for us, for our amusement? As friends? As friends? Winner gets the bolo tie. Right now, the rating, defending. Bolo tie.
Oh my god.
Please wrestle for the bolo tie.
I'll wrestle for the bolo tie.
Gardini, the gauntlet's thrown down.
I guess I'm forced to wrestle. I don't.
No, you don't have to wrestle. I would be bummed if somebody bullied me into wrestling. I'm not gonna.
Oh man. If this episode ended with them both red-faced and angry at each other, like, fuck you, dude.
Just a ripped button down.
The bolo tie gets split and the horse goes flying.
If
Oh,
the
that'd be
bolo tie
horrible.
got split, that'd be
catastrophe.
it'd be biblical.
You'd be personally responsible to fly out to
Yes.
Chicago and secure 2 new bolo ties, dude.
Is that where you got it? Chicago?
from
Is that what you said?
Colorado.
Colorado.
Excuse me, Colorado.
I could have that arranged.
For sure.
I would feel terrible if the bolo tie got ripped in a tussle.
Oh, fuck. That's how all bolo ties end, dude. There's a friendly
rootin'
tussle.
tootin'
Yeah,
tussle.
people are rooting tooting. They get their bolo ripped. And they're just like, fuck you, dude.
I wore that to my grandma's. What the fuck?
So your grandmom's feeling naked as hell. Be like, damn, I got my bolo on. I feel like I'm underdressed for the occasion.
I feel like a fucking idiot. Yo, I got torched by the sun twice in the last
Dude,
2 weeks.
you got sunburned as hell.
I went to Tampa.
Tamper way, that'll get you.
Tampa way. I went out swimming.
Yeah.
Swimming.
Where you swimming in?
I go swimming, dude. I go to
the
hotel
ocean?
pools and
Oh.
I swim by myself.
Nice, dude.
And a lot of times I walk out and there's already a family out there and I turn around.
It's a public pool.
I know, but you can't swim with kids in the pool, in a hotel pool.
Yeah, I hear it. No, I hear you. I'd rather go dance sober at a BIPOC wedding
100%.
than just like
And go sit in a
slowly
pool.
dip in a
Just
pool.
sticking out, just looking at kids.
Hey guys. Yeah, true.
So I went out to the pool, swam a little, didn't get any sun.
Yeah.
And I was like, I got this, no problem. So the next day I was like, I'm gonna lay out for a minute.
Oh, you got
dry
you
off.
got.
Well, I swam and I was like, I don't want these wet shorts coming up to my room.
Sure.
So I laid out to let the sun dry them, and I got devastated by the sun.
Damn.
Absolutely
You still look
devastated.
tan as fuck right
Well,
now.
this was from I went to the Minnesota Twins Oakland Athletics baseball match, and didn't wear a hat. I thought I could go
Should have worn a sombrero or
sit
something,
down
dude.
there. No, that would have been.
Like a bucket.
I did realize this. Watching baseball with white people, not that fun.
Yeah.
You go to like a Phillies game or a Yankees game, there's just white people. They just don't shut the fuck up.
Yeah.
They're just a little chatter here.
Yeah.
They like it. That's part of the game.
Yeah.
It's for like Jewish dudes and autistic dudes to go sit there and like yell.
Hey,
Yeah, that's all they yell.
Yeah. Hey,
then-
come on now, another 34 though, rally back here.
At the Twins game, I was sitting next to a bunch of Dominicans.
Nice.
It ruled.
What were they up to?
They just would yell, Platino power at every Dominican player. They would yell,
Hell yeah.
Platino power.
What's that mean?
I think banana power.
Hell yeah, dude.
Yeah. What? Yeah.
Plantain power.
And every Dominican player loved it.
Hell yeah.
They would look up at him and be like, "Yo, hell."
Did you ever
yeah."
been to Dominican Republic?
I have.
Pretty tight.
It is tight, but I was at a resort
Same.
chilling.
I told you I stepped off the resort for like maybe 3 seconds. Got approached by dudes on dirt bikes instantaneously. They were like, "Do you want to ride?" And I was like, "No." And I just like, went back into the thing. Like that was so fast.
Yeah, they're all
Outside,
over
if
it.
you go outside of the resort-
Jamaica was the same way.
Was it really?
There's dudes swinging by every time.
Dude, if you go
Yeah.
out, I think like there's so much trash. If you go outside of the resort and like go around the Dominican Republic, it's just like empty 2 liters and Cheeto wrappers, like just fucking piled for like it's the whole road is just fucking like
Yeah,
it's crazy.
it's punting about
It's part of the power, dude.
Yeah, the guy was yelling it and we were sitting right behind the Twins dugout, so they kept throwing balls to everybody. It was great.
That's fucking
What a
sick.
fun time, dude!
That's
Going to a
awesome.
ball game rules.
Yeah, I haven't been to one. I've never made a full one. I always kind of
It's
halfway
fun.
through
Yeah, but if you're not boozing,
start getting itchy.
you gotta drink a couple beers, or if you got
I
high,
was-
that'd be
that's
fun.
the thing. I was hammered. Oh, I got stoned. Getting stoned at
Yeah.
a baseball game and being in
Can't get
nosebleed
hammered.
seats rules.
Yeah.
The problem, I got hammered at the last one I was at. I had to get the fuck out of there.
Yeah,
But I went to one stoned when I was a youngster and sat in like the highest up seats when the Citizens Bank Park, I think, was first constructed. I remember just being like, "Whoa,
yeah, that's
fucking
cool.
cool. That was pretty
it's a tough date for a bay. It seems like a good
it's
idea.
cool.
Then you're in the
No.
third inning and you've been there for 3 hours.
They
and
like the
it's just
tailgating. Yeah, they like the
God damn it.
tailgating. The tailgating's fun. If you do the tailgating and then you go for like 2 innings and leave, great day.
Every year, I force a woman to go to a Notre Dame game with me,
That's awesome.
and they
That's the gauntlet.
hate
That's
it.
the gauntlet,
They
dude.
can't survive, especially because I'm definitely blacked out.
That was
Usually Adderall
so
and
fun.
blacked out, just like trying to watch
So you're on
the
a mission.
game.
You're on a mission, dude.
for some reason.
Dude, I was
Yeah.
so fucked up when we did the Notre Dame game. I was so fucked up. I barely remember. I couldn't tell what the fuck was going on.
Yeah.
But there was an older couple that kept telling me and Brittany we could stay at their house. Like they kept being like, yeah, anytime, yeah, come out and stay with us. We got plenty of room. I remember being like, are these guys trying to fuck us? Like, what the fuck? I remember just sitting next to this couple who kept throwing it out there, like, come stay with us. And I was like, Brittany, we gotta get fucking.
That'd be
leave,
awesome if
dude.
you just spazzed on them. We're not gonna fuck you,
fuck
you
you,
old
dude.
fucks. What the fuck?
They were like, we got plenty of room if you guys want to chill.
Yeah.
It was weird, man.
My boy O'Leary, dude. Were you there for that? No, I don't think you were there for that one.
What?
We drove the whole way out. You remember O'Leary?
Yeah, I know, Larry.
Yeah. We got out there.
Just talked to him like a
He
week
gets
ago.
into the stadium, snuck in a beer, cracks it open before kickoff. He got it kicked out.
Oh,
It was like a 10-hour drive.
damn, dude.
Yeah.
O'Leary's the man.
O'Leary is the man.
That beer was worth it, dude. Getting that pass.
It was
security
like a Bud Light Lime.
Oh,
It was like a warm Bud Light Lime.
fuck.
Yeah.
Worth it.
Definitely not worth it.
Saved
And
it.
he was with his lady.
Saved it.
Him and his
Oh.
lady. They got ejected. You got to hear that fucking.
That's my number one nightmare of like flying with weed somewhere else. Just ruining a trip over like 4 vape
I
pens.
wanted to get high.
I put him in with my regular. I don't think they give it. Well, I'm allowed to have it in Pennsylvania. I have a medical card. And then I'm allowed to have it in Chicago because everyone can have it in Chicago.
Yeah, but in the air.
You just don't bust. That's the
True.
one. You just don't vape in the bathroom.
It's got to be so hard.
It's tempting, but
It's got to be so hard not to vape.
I don't really have a desire to be stoned on a plane.
I wonder if you hit it and then blew it into the toilet and pressed flush.
It's possible.
You know?
But if anyone smells, dude, they're fried. I've gone through it. You can eat the
They
gummies.
land the plane.
They'd be pissed. Yeah, they could land the plane. They would probably kind of be like, just because
Yeah.
no one wants it. They're like, just fucking don't. If I started smoking
Especially
a cig,
stewardesses.
that's one of my. I do want to do that. I think that's on my bucket list. When I get older, I want to just ground one plane, just light up a cigar and just sit there. I'm like, what
See
the?
what happens?
They do it,
Dude,
dude.
that's the
Turn it
Louis,
around.
the Louis joke.
What?
You can just yell down.
Oh my god!
You can just sit on there and go down. And they have to land it. And they're like, why? You're like, I want to go down. Down. I ran into him last night.
Did you really?
And I was wearing
The
his
God?
I was wearing his uniform.
Black tee, white
Brutal.
jeans, and black tee.
Yes.
Were you guys dressed the same?
Yes. He walked in wearing it and I was just like, fuck. And then he
Fuck.
sat right next to me. We looked exactly the same. Yeah.
Did you tell him you were dressed like him, or you just let it ride?
I just let it ride. I was waiting for somebody in the room to be like,
Are you guys the same or something?
yeah.
You're like what?
Yeah, oh, pretty much, yeah. Kind of.
What are you guys like the same
You
person?
guys
or
wouldn't understand what it's like, dude.
something? You were just like coming up a sub. You're like jogging up a subway eating
Yeah.
pizza, just being like,
Oh, I think about it every time.
dude, really?
I walk to go to the cellar. You walk past
That's
that
fine.
exact. You walk past the subway. He jogs up,
Mhm.
and then the pizza place.
Yeah.
And every time I'm like, I should get a slice and
You're
stand there, take a
you're
bite,
tempted,
throw
dude.
it out, and then go in and bomb with the same 2 jokes I've been doing at the cellar.
How tempting would it be?
It's tempting. The cellar's been tough, dude.
Really?
Yeah,
What's
it's been because it's all hot babies.
Really?
It's just for some
It's cream
reason
of
it's
the crop,
just
yeah.
hot chicks going
Yeah.
to these shows, like all
sure.
just hot chicks.
Yeah. Well,
And then I go up with my fucking pedophile and Special Olympics jokes.
what the hell is wrong with that?
I don't know what's wrong with that. You'd think
What are
it'd
they
be
doing?
funny. People don't like me.
What?
Yeah, they're sick of it.
Nah, dude.
So we've had enough. They want to hear about sexual intercourse. That's the type of jokes they like.
Tell them.
I don't have many sexual intercourse jokes anymore.
Tell them about it, dude. Tell them what you do.
I talk about
Talk
you.
about that lineman fucking you in the ass, dude. What are you talking about?
I talk about you howling when you jizz
There you
sometimes.
go. There
That's
you
my
go.
best joke.
Gets hot chicks
about
pumped
sex.
up, dude.
Yeah.
So they just want to hear about the pussy.
They love hearing about pussy.
They don't hear about the pussy.
I go up, I'm talking about cancer and shit. People are upset. Then all you have to talk about is cum, and the whole place is like,
dude.
yeah.
Start. Just jerk off.
I gotta work on it.
Just jizz on
I
stage.
gotta work on my sex material.
True. That's they just want the sex stuff.
They want the sex stuff,
Give it to them.
or you gotta be a person of color. They love it.
Pretend. Well, this.
White chicks from New York,
Yeah.
they only want to hear BIPOC speak.
Just be
about.
woke. Just go over there and be woke as fuck.
I should.
Just be woke as hell, dude. Just go out there and be like, oh my god.
I'm with Palestine. How about y'all?
True.
How about we give it up for Palestine? I could get an easy, giant applause for.
Yeah.
How about we give it up for Palestine right now?
Yeah, man.
Give it up for Hamas, y'all.
Yeah, dude. Yeah.
Give it up for Boko Haram. Or whatever.
Yeah, I've been following that a little bit in terms of Israel and Palestine.
what have you discovered? I don't know.
I mean, it's just they fight each other, and Israel Israel has this like defense, like an iron shield,
Yeah.
so they get
the
missiles.
Iron Dome.
Yeah, the Iron Dome.
I think it was built in Arkansas.
Was it really?
Yeah. I
Hilarious.
think it was manufactured in,
The Iron Dome.
yes.
So yeah, they get like when they get missiled, they don't get hit that bad, and then they'll counterstrike and just kill like 20 kids, and be like, "Well, we told them to get out." They hit the fucking press building, which that was like, whoa,
Yeah.
that's pretty nuts.
Yeah.
Taking out a newspaper, but like we told journalists to leave or we would fire. Like it's their
Yeah.
job to not.
And then I did see that where they put out like a statement of why we did it. They like
said
tweeted it out. They were like, Hamas is in that building too.
they're in there.
Yeah.
Yeah, dude.
Fuck, who tweeted that? They were like, it'd be funny if Al Qaeda would have put this out after 9/11.
Like, well,
Like, I know there were some people in there, but this is why we did it.
yeah, the whole thing sucks, dude. It's like it seems to stop leading credence to like being the whole idea of being like I'm this type of person and blah, 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 blah. It's like you might have to all give it up, man. Might have to
Yeah.
all give it up. Every single one of us, dude.
I went into a rabbit hole off of this Israel-Palestine thing, but not following that. I started following stampedes at religious ceremonies.
Nice, nice.
Israel, I didn't know the Jews got down like that too.
Oh yeah, dude.
I always thought it was Muslim stampedes.
No, they stampede hard
The
too.
Jews will stampede. They
I
get
think-
spooked at the watering hole.
Yeah, what are the Muslims? The Muslims spin around the thing.
They both do. They
both
both do the
spin the
circle
thing?
dance. They love. Well,
What-
Muslims do the thing in Mecca. You got to circle it 5 times.
What is like Muslims go clockwise and Jews go counterclockwise?
Probably.
And they fucking
They clash
fuck
and
you, dude.
stampede.
Fuck you, dude.
Yeah,
It's a wall. It's like the wall of death, dude. At a mosh pit.
it really is.
They just mosh around the fucking wailing wall.
I saw a video. There was a video recently of a bleacher collapse, packed to the brim with Jews dancing.
Dude, they're dancing on the bleachers.
Yeah,
What were they celebrating?
like here we going to get you. Dun, 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 dun. Just fucking.
Dude.
That's a sick song, dude. Halftime.
And they fucking where were they though?
I think in Israel. I don't know.
So they're just getting pumped up,
They were doing the back and forth
Yeah.
dance, like
Just-
like a basketball team pregame.
getting ready.
They're fucking-
Da-na-na-na-na-na. Hey. True.
And then it just
Damn.
it's crazy. Yeah, and then I looked
they
up.
just sent like 5 missiles over to
I
the
think-
Gaza
yeah,
Strip
they're
in
like-
response. Fuck! Who the fuck loosened these
I think
balls?
2 people died
Really?
in that one. Then I watched one. I think it was 2 years ago. 44 died in a stampede at this one thing.
Why were they stampeding?
I have no
It's
idea.
getting fired
Another
up.
bleacher collapse.
What?
Yes, and then a
Stay
bunch
off
of
the
people tried to
bleachers.
get off the damn bleachers.
Dude, what the
What the fuck's going on the bleachers? Yeah.
Yeah, they're getting fired up, man. It's a fucking nightmare, dude.
What you guys? You guys watching the collapse?
We're trying to figure out what's up about it, but
They're just stomp. They stomp hard, dude.
It was a synagogue.
Yeah, they stomp.
It was a synagogue with bleachers.
Like
Damn.
a mega synagogue.
Yeah, it says it was a synagogue in the West Bank, and 200 people got injured. Like the whole thing just collapsed.
Yeah.
2 people
Oh.
died. It says that the building wasn't like completely finished, and they were just like packing the gills, you know,
What is the synagogue still in existence to this
Did
day?
you say packing the gills?
to the gills.
Packed to the
Oh, I
gills.
wasn't sure if you thought it was packing the gills.
No.
All right, sorry. I didn't mean to be a cunt there.
You're a pretty con.
Oh, that's a little cunt.
You're just quality control.
say that?
You-
Did you not know that
One
this
thing
is
about
how
me,
it
I'm a
was?
stickler for grammar. I just love grammar. You're just making sure that people aren't fucking up.
Yeah,
That's all you run a tight
because I
ship.
can understand. Because every once in a while, there's a would I say colloquialism?
Yeah,
Would that be like a saying,
colloquialism. Yeah,
or is that just a localized saying?
it's like a local saying.
It's good for me to correct someone and then not know what the fuck I'm talking about either. But
Yeah, we're all
like a saying, you can get wrong like that,
sure.
like packing the gills.
Oh yeah,
You know,
done it
because
myself.
it makes sense in your head. You're like shoving things in gills. You know,
Packed to the gills. So they were at this. They were at the Megagog, getting fired
Yeah.
up.
Drew Olstein was up there.
Jewel Olstein.
He's up there.
600 people were in the synagogue.
Whew.
Damn. When was this?
You should see it. The synagogue's small.
May is when it
Was this during COVID?
It was.
No, it's just like
This is
3
2
days
days
ago.
ago.
Yeah.
That's what I'm more pissed about.
Yeah, no man.
What the fuck, man? The CDC is not totally clear yet on indoor stuff. Were they all vaccinated? Does anyone know that?
Doubt it.
I'm really worried about Israel right now and Palestine. The fact that they're gathering like that without being properly vaccinated in close quarters. Were they all 6 feet apart at least?
No way.
What the
No way.
fuck?
Oh,
There's
dude.
600 of them. And
That-
the building wasn't even
the-
done being built yet.
The capacity
Packed
of
in
that
the
building
gills,
must
man.
have been 80.
Packed in the
What?
Dude.
I knew it was bad over there, but I didn't know it was that
A
bad.
little boy died too.
Well, that happens over there. That happens
It
all
looks
the
like
time.
they fell in like a wave. Like they went down and they were like, whoa, you know?
Damn.
Well, I don't think it's funny.
One
It's not
little boy
funny, it's
died.
just what
One
happened.
little boy got crushed. One boy got crushed in the Megagog. Fuck, that sucks.
Oh,
man.
another one. The other one, it came 16 days after an ultra-Orthodox church. Like it got like crushed and 45 people died there.
Here, Matt.
Just right after that?
Before.
Oh, fuck.
2
Fuck,
weeks
man.
before.
What? Who's making their seating?
Sorry, everybody.
Palestinians.
Oh my god, dude.
Yeah, it's just... We should probably pause.
No, we can watch. At least 200 people were killed. Oh, and then it turns into a stampede. There's the back.
Oh, I never saw the back.
Oh no, this is the boys were on the bleach. Okay, I didn't show the collapse in the one. Yeah, the bleachers went down, dude.
Yeah.
Dude.
I was always weary of that.
Rabbi was probably getting it too. And everyone's
Oh,
like,
he was
oh,
probably
and he was
killing
like,
it.
yup, and looked back and was like, shit.
Shit, I went too
Fuck.
hard.
I mean, dude,
Went too hard. Got the boys rocking.
what do you think happens? What do you think happened as a result?
I know it's not. We're not supposed to make jokes. But I think there's probably a collective like, oh! It's only funny because
that's
it's
gotta
not
be-
funny at all.
It's not funny at all. I'm saying
Just like the Trump flag.
from a legal
The Trump
perspective.
flag behind there, it was like, it's not funny. It's like, in fact, it's so funny that it's not funny. There's a lot of things like that.
I'm talking about that's got to be a legal nightmare, dude.
Yeah.
A synagogue collapsing.
Oh my God.
Can you imagine that case in court?
Oh my God.
Fucking everyone's getting a piece of everyone's ass, dude. People are like,
Yeah.
I don't even know what's occurring right now.
Everybody.
It's like,
in
well,
neck
that guy
braces.
elbowed me as he fell.
I think everybody in Israel tomorrow is going to be in neck braces. It's like, were you there? It's like, yeah. They're going to be on UBI after that, the whole country. That's not funny.
That's not funny at all, dude.
But I love that now that Palestine and Israel are at war and the left supports Palestine, we can be anti-Semitic again.
Yeah. Well, it's funny too. Like, it's just a group of people you can make fun of, like any other group of people. But they were off the table for a while. They were off the table because it all depends on everything else. I made fun of I said the Italians are pigs. I said they eat like pigs.
Yeah.
Then the Jews fell off the bleachers, and it just.
There's
There's always something
There's an
funny
interesting
about
one where something like with Tony Hinchcliffe happens.
Yes.
And he says that word, that fucking unspeakable thing, that destroyer of all worlds, that word. And then there's always a comment of like, well, what if it was black people that he said it about?
Yeah.
What if it was the N word?
Mm-hmm.
And it's like, all right, well, what if it was Mick?
Yeah.
What if it was WAP?
Yeah.
If you want to do that game.
Yeah, of course.
Because then they have to be like, well, that's different. That's not as bad. And it's like, ooh,
Oh,
your
so they-
rules, not mine.
So they vary.
So they do vary, perhaps.
They obviously do, dude.
Yeah.
This is general consensus stuff. They obviously do.
Yeah.
It's like, yeah. I mean, the problem is when there's people who genuinely are like, I fucking hate this group of people, and it's like that stinks. But it ruins it for everybody else. Just trying to have a fun Josh on everyone.
I was talking to your brother William
Yeah.
about dudes saying the N word
Yeah.
stand up. And I was like, you have no idea how often that happens.
They just rip it.
Of like a dude coming on stage at an open mic and being like, sup everybody, and then hitting the N word and just disappearing.
Open micers go for it,
Open
dude.
micers. Just the guy showing up being like, all right, I'm going to fast forward. My career's over right now
Yep.
on my first mic.
Dude.
The N word.
They fly too close to the sun too soon, dude.
Right away.
A couple dudes have done it. And it's so funny. Dude,
It's so. All right, obviously, the word's not funny. It's
Sure.
disgusting. But what is funny is a guy trying to get away with it.
also
It's
just
so funny to watch at a show.
also just being like, because when someone's doing stand up for the first time or so, they've been thinking about it for months.
Oh,
So they're like, oh my God, this is going to
I
change.
well crafted
I'm
it.
about to change the fucking game.
I'm going to go ahead and say it.
Be like, the way I'm doing it's just different,
It's just
dude.
different,
Just better. And then they go, and everyone's like, whoa, what the fuck? They never show up ever again. Yeah, it happens a decent amount.
Yeah. We used to get hit with truckers. I think I told you
You told me
this.
about this?
Dude, because in Harrisburg, there's like a bunch of just truckers. It's always truckers passing
Yeah.
through. And Yeah, dudes would just swing by and be like, I think I'll give this open mic thing a shot. Just crush an N-word.
It's fucking
Get back in their truck.
just
And
pull
then
off.
hit a different mic. They're just Lone Rangers, just hitting different mics
Oh
with the
my
N-words.
god, dude! Maybe this will work down in Sioux City over there.
Yeah,
Yeah, it's very funny. It's funny watching dudes instantly implode. They're like, "All right, here we go. Let's press it. Let's press the button." Oh, nope.
it
All
doesn't
right.
feel good. I'm sorry.
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
My ex-doctor.
Yeah, you told me about this.
Yeah, man.
It's wonderful.
He fell.
He was like, I'm going to try a mic.
He
It's like,
picked.
yeah,
He
give it a
did
shot.
one set. He already
Yeah.
did a set. And the guy was
Oh,
like, "Does anyone want to
really?
go back up?" I was like, "Where you have more time?" He
He
goes,
did the same. He did 2 sets in one night?
"No, what he did? Yeah, he did 2 sets in one night. First
Oh.
set he did was like, yeah," and he started going. I knew I should have done that N-word shit. And he goes up. He goes, "I got something." He goes up, rips, and literally people are going. The late Mike Brooks, R.I.P. Goes, "Dude, sit out, stop it."
Oh,
People were like,
nice.
"Boo!" People were booing him, and he was like, and then it's like got off stage and stormed out, and then it fucking came back to bite him. And
Oh,
he also got in some other trouble for some other shit. But
yeah.
the guy hates us. It came to his attention that we were talking about it on our podcast.
Was that the guy who had his own thing?
Yeah, he had a little show. And he
remember
was
that.
like, "Fuck those guys." Because the person on the show asked him about it, and he was like,
That was Stoner Dads. That
No,
guy
that-
walked so you guys could run, dude.
"True."
That show, the fish lens, where they were just getting high talking. Dude, that was just Stoner Dads. That was the prequel.
That was proto Stoner Dads. Dude, yeah, we bullied him. We fucking.
What's wrong with saying it? I didn't say it.
It was him being like, "I just don't lie anymore." And the one intern was like, "Did you say the N-word at an open mic in Philadelphia?" And he goes, "What? No. Who the hell said that? If I did, I see what they're saying. That would have been, but I didn't say that." And you just watch this guy for
It's funny. That's
30
exactly
minutes.
how I responded to my agent when she called and was like, "Did you say?" I was like, "No, I wouldn't say that."
What?
And she was like, "Here's a clip." I was like, "All right, I said."
Well, it's so funny. If you watch that knowing the situation, the rest of the clip is the guy being like sitting on a couch, stoned to the bone, just being like, fuck. My fucking cool weed show I just got blasted for saying the N-word. I just sit there just going, you can see it just in like Deep Space Nine, just like, what the fuck? I was genuinely like feeling like,
fuck.
watching it, being like, that must be the worst fucking feeling.
Oh fuck, dude. It's I know if you don't know, you can't know. But open micers, if you go to an open mic and you see a random, it's usually just a disheveled 40 to 50-year-old man
Yeah.
coming on stage being like, "Hey everybody," and then just fucking hitting
Oh, yeah.
What was that? Do you guys 2 cents?
Whoa. Yeah, man.
Yeah.
You can spot them.
You can
They're
spot
there. They're there. They're kind of in the corner doing their own
It's
thing.
its own creature.
Yeah,
There's
it
a lot
is.
of creatures at an open mic, and that's a very distinct
It's a
creature.
scorpion of open mics, dude. They're just ready.
You find them under rocks. They glow. There's also the black nerd,
Oh yeah.
very prevalent.
Oh yeah.
What else is there? There's white autists throughout.
That's a lot. A lot of white autists.
Lesbians, former burlesque dancers, a lot of that.
Oh yeah.
A lot of burlesque turned.
Yeah, they figured they'd get into that.
I'm trying to think what else is.
I mean, there's like, obviously there's alt.
There's also obviously alpha ballers that everybody hates because they're misunderstood.
They're just misunderstood, bro. Yeah, there's that. There's alt white guys. There's like, there's even some like
A lot of musicians. A lot of dudes
try
that
to do.
did
Yeah.
music first, do stand up.
Yeah. Usually not the best.
But the most dangerous of all is the roaming occasional N-word.
Scorpion, dude. The scorpion.
The scorpion's out there.
They're rare. And there's like, you look at like groups and be like, all right, that guy's one of those guys, and you see one of those dudes and you go, that guy's rolling solo
That guy's, yeah.
for life.